National anthem in the books as we get ready to go here from Penticton. It's the final game of the regular season. The Vees and the Wenatchee Wild right here from the SOEC. It's your starting lineup. Starting in goal for the Vees to our broadcast left in black with white and blue trim will be Carl Stankowski, 17 games played, 13-3 with a 2.03 goals against and a .917 save percentage. Made 25 saves on 26 shots last night for the win in net. Nico Somerville, Steve Holtz on the back end. Tyler Ho, Colton Kalzik, and Drew Elzer up front for Penticton. Starting in goal to our broadcast right in white with blue trim. Bit of a surprise and a late addition. Noah Altman will get the start. 19 games played, 9-7 with a 3.44 goals against, .874 save percentage. Wenatchee will start on the back end with Drake Usher and Drew Bavaro up front. Sam Morton, Ethan Wolders, and Matt Dorsey. Game 58. One final time in the regular season, and we're underway here from Penticton. It's the Wild that will get the puck and send it in deep. Stankowski out for his first touch of the puck. Somerville around the boards, left wing side. The Wild knock it down. In skates in the right wing circle. Dorsey couldn't collect, and now Tyler Ho makes his way through center, dumping the puck in on the left wing. All the way back behind the goal. Altman's first touch around the boards right side. Holtz with a drive from the right point as he held that puck in. It went off of a Wild player back down below the goal line. Elzer left it along for Ho. Back behind the net. Tyler Ho looking to outlet a pass as he gets it along to the right side for Holtz. Left wing feed for Somerville. Back across right side for Holtz into the left wing circle for Ho with a shot that was redirected off a Wild stick. Up and out of play. Scratches tonight for the Vees. The lineup stays the same, so no Jack Barnes, Tristan Amante, or Yanni Peretz. Michael Toole is the affiliated backup for the Vees tonight. For the Wild, again, a long list of scratches. Luke Gallagher, Trevor Grabell, Brian Adams, Nick Caffarelli, Harrison Scott, and Jack Bayless. Into the lineup, AP forward, wearing number 26, Owen Bond from San Jose. Face-off win right off the draw. It's Lucas Sillinger with a shot that was knocked down. Puck comes to David Cilia, but he just can't corral it. And back the other way come the Wild. Left wing side, Tyler Young's pass went off a body. I think the Wild were offside as they entered the zone. 53 seconds into the game. Your referees, Carson Mintram and Dustin Minty. The linesmen, Jade Portwood and Anthony Liardo. And a bit of a surprise, Dale, because we saw Daniel Chenard was supposed to be the starter. Noah Altman, the late starter.
Well, and Chenard played very well last night. Tough to fault him on a few of those goals last night in the 4-1 Vees victory. Yeah, a bit of a surprise. You'd think you'd go with the veteran and give yourself a good position with your best player to win the game and move into the playoffs that way.
In a game they need to win. If the Wild win this game, they finish third in the interior division. So this is a game that they want to win, but they turn to Altman in goal to give him a try. Puck back at center now, where it is collected and fired in deep by Luke Ormsby on the right wing side. Longtime Western Hockey Leaguer, most notably with Seattle and then also with Moose Jaw. Martini out of his own zone. Pass ahead on the left wing side. Skated onto by Connor Hutchison. Tried to throw that in. Jay O'Brien on a backhand. Look at the puck inside the Wild zone. Long stretch pass through center, however. Quinn Emerson back in on the left wing. Stops up left circle. Down to his knees. Played the puck to the blue line. Dylan Herzog wraps it behind the goal. Gets around the stick of Hunter Hastings, who's got the puck at the goal line. Centered into the high slot. And Nicholas Chmielewski will play now for Herzog. Wraps it in deep once more. Emerson awaiting the take. Tried to play it along there for Hastings. Good job by O'Brien. He got in the middle of that. His puck to the blue line. Held inside the zone for a long shot that's blockered away by Stankowski to the right wing boards and back out to center. The puck will dribble. Collected by Herzog. Making a move to get around a couple of V's through center. Walks it across the blue line. Herzog on the left wing making a move left circle. And just deposited that puck deep in around the boards. It goes on the left wing side. Sam Morton is pickpocketed there nicely, and it's Carson Kozaba that tries to work his way out of his own end. Got the puck to center before the Wild onto it now. Right wing Dorsey across left side for Wolders. Wolders sent into the boards by Evan McIntyre. Kozaba below the goal line. Tried to wrap it up the boards on the left wing side. Was looking for Danny Wade. The Vees can't clear. Walking the line in with a drive as Bavaro stopped. Rebound scores. Bavaro took the initial shot that was stopped by the right pad of Stankowski. The rebound put it on the backhand, and it looks like it's going to be Ethan Wolders who gets the marker, and the Wild open the scoring 2 minutes and 36 seconds into the game. They lead it 1-0.
Well, and Wolders just outmanned Evan McIntyre for the puck there and got to it in time and beat goaltender Carl Stankowski to the short side. McIntyre just couldn't tie him up. He pushed him away, was able to get a stick on the puck, backhanded in. So some good work by the Wenatchee Wild early in this hockey game. The Vees had control in the opening minute, had good possession. I was thinking, it's almost like they're starting on the power play the way they controlled the puck, but it's the Wenatchee Wild. You get the first one of the hockey game.
Yeah, the Hoke-Halzig-Elzer line really hemmed the Wild in the opening minute, but since then Wenatchee has come back with a flurry of chances. They lead in shots 3-0, and they lead the game 1-0, courtesy of their number 3, Ethan Wolders, who has his 7th goal of the season. Nico Somerville at center, trying to change that for the Vees. Wrapped around on the right wing side. Kalazic back to the blue line. Steve Holtz with a long shot. Altman the save. Rebound right side. Kalazic fired it wide of the goal. Kalazic's had a great season against Wenatchee. He's got 9 points in 6 games, but he fired that one just wide on the big rebound given up by Altman. Puck sent in there by Wolders. Back onto it now is Holtz. Holtz across left wing side. Tyler Hope takes this over here for the Vees, and he dropped it back for Nico Somerville. Somerville playing in his last Junior A regular season game, one of 6 Vees who have that distinction. Holtz is another one. He's got the puck in the left wing corner. Wraps it back below the goal line. Ho up the boards left side here for Somerville. Ahead through the middle for David Silly, the Vees captain. Lost control of it there as he tries to gather it back on the right wing, but it's off a stick up and out of play. 16-16 to go first period, and it's Wenatchee that leads the game 1-0.
We talk about Noah Ullman, the goaltender tonight from Los Angeles. A bunch of players in the lineup tonight from California. Ethan Wolters just got that goal. He's from Valencia. Quinn Emerson, Blake Emerson, of course, from Manhattan Beach. You got a couple of players, Ormsby and Hastings from Scottsdale. Chmielewski is from Huntington Beach. Owen Bond, who scored last night from San Jose. Drake Usher from Upland, California. So 7 players I count from California. So they've been able to come up through the system and excel enough that they're in the BC Hockey League now, and it's good to see. I know Wayne Gretzky kind of started all that years ago of getting young players excited about the game of hockey in California. It's grown a lot, and it's good to see all these guys coming up and being able to excel in the BCHL.
Puck was flipped up and out of play on the right wing side, so we'll have another face-off coming to the blocker side of Stankowski. 16:06 to go first period. Draw to his right, and the Vees will win the face-off. Connor Hutchison around left wing side. Lucas Sillinger finds his man there in Martini. Now out through center. Here comes Celia down the right wing, driving wide below the goal line. Celia back behind the net, cuts out left circle into the slot, just out of the reach of Hutchison as he took that off his right skate. Got it back again behind the goal. Hutchison centered it in front, just out of the reach of Celia. Sillinger holds it in at the midpoint. His long shot redirected by Celia. That was blocked before it could get to the goal. Vees will keep it in as that was thrown to the front of the net by Sillinger on a Wenatchee clearing attempt, but Altman is there to make the save and hang on with 15:39 to go in the first period, and there's a good shift by the Vees getting back in the offensive zone, courtesy of their top line with Niedermeyer, Sillinger, and Celia going to work in the offensive end.
Well, the way Celia went down the ice on the right side, it was somewhat reminiscent of Sillinger last night when he went down the right side, pushed a defenseman away, was able to center it out in front. He's got a goal off that one. So taking the puck towards the net creates those scoring opportunities.
Wild bring the puck back the other way on the right side, and it is sent into the Vees zone before it was quickly rejected away by Liam Malmquist. But the Wild carry back in again. Wolders on the left side took a hit from Kozubot. Malmquist around the boards left wing. Into the skates of O'Brien. He can't quite work it out, and now Danny Waits onto the puck for the Vees back in his own zone. Waits scoring his team best 25th. He turned the puck over right in front, and a backhand shot goes wide of the goal by Morton. Ill-advised turnover there by Waite just in front of the goal, and it's Bavaro that will take this back in his own end. 5 minutes gone first period, and the Wild leading the Vees 1-0.
Get those bad things out of the way here in the regular season.
Morton back in his own zone, trying to shred a check. Left it along for Owen Bond. He turned it over. Liam Malmquist, high slot, ranging to his left with a shot, and he fired it up and over the goal. Bond trying to work the puck out on the right side. It spills back to the defense where it is Drake Usher who will send it ahead on the left side for Bond. Back in the neutral zone, laid it ahead. Evan McIntyre intercepted that. His lead feed just out of the reach of Elzer. Left it along for Liam Noble with a shot from the right side that was blocked and went down below the goal line. Noble and Elzer causing havoc there. Noble will come up with the puck. Comes out through the left wing half board. Wraps it back behind the goal for Elzer. Elzer takes this on his backhand. Works out left wing circle. Back up top for Kozubot. A shot stopped by Altman. Rebound loose blocker side. Vees onto the puck below the goal line. It's Noble that has it again. Banked up the left wing boards for Kozubot. Gets around a discarded stick to the right point for Holtz. Into the right wing circle now. It was fed there by Noble. Just couldn't find anybody in the slot. And this all the way back inside of the Vees end. But the Vees starting to find some time inside the Wild zone here and starting to bring their game a little bit. Elzer gets a piece of that as he gets the puck in deep and goes in after it. Big hard hit there as he gets the puck below the goal and comes out glove side. Tried to put it on net. That was blocked. Gets back to the left point. A long shot by Carson Hemingway. That was redirected wide of the goal. Hemingway, another try from the left point. That was fired wide. A couple of quick shots from the left point by Carson Hemingway. Puck up the boards on the right side and now back inside of the V zone where Hemingway will retrieve it. O'Brien drops it back now for Holtz across left wing for Hemingway. 13:30 to go first period. 1-0 Wenatchee with the lead. Wild trying to force the puck ahead. The Vees onto it though. Ho across right side. In comes O'Brien, top of the right circle. Fitted along to the left wing, just out of the reach of Kalazic. And it's the Wild starting back the other way. Out through center on the right wing side, and a centering feed there by Luke Ormsby into the skates. Vees back the other way. Ho out to the high slot, working in on the right wing. Cuts back at the top of the right circle. He lays the puck down low. Noah Luley around the boards left side. Knocked down by Jackson Niedermeyer. Tried to center in front, looking for Kalazic. It's brought the other way, but turned over. Here's Niedermeyer, right circle shot. Went off a stick of Tanner Main and just wide of the goal. Second ever for the Wild. They can't clear. And a shot from the slot by Ho as he was fed by Niedermeyer was blocked before it could get to Altman. Well, the Wild have been turning the puck over quite a bit inside of their own zone here. They haven't been clean with it. The Vees have been on the doorstep of taking advantage of those opportunities. 12:35 to go first period. Here comes Cylinder down the right side. Drop pass. Celia right circle with a shot. Fired it wide of the goal. Left wing Hutchison tried to throw it to the net. Off a stick into the right wing corner. Cilia back to the blue line. Martini returns the pass. Right half board for Cilia. Cilia back to the midpoint. Martini left wing side here for Hutchison. Back to the right circle. Cilia shot, and he fired it off the outside of the goal. He got it back again. Played to the blue line. Martini holds it in. Left wing feed now for Hutchison to the front of the net, and a glove save by Altman. 12:10 to go first period. Wenatchee had a 3-0 advantage on the shots on goal early. Now 6-4 Penticton. They've outshot the Wild 6-1 in the last few moments, and boy, it's really showing the ice is tilted a lot in the last few minutes.
Yeah, really starting to turn things around. Crowd getting into it a little bit more. Kyle Stewart down there getting those fans into it. But yeah, they've started to apply some pressure, like what Elzer, Lacaduke, and Noble are able to do. Lacaduke was the one that scored the goal when Lucas Sillinger made that great play down the right side last night. But it's a feisty line. They like to get in there and get a little creative, move the bodies around a little bit. So it's the fourth line, but they can do a lot of damage out there.
Wild to the puck. Drake Usher ahead on the left wing, and that will come back into Vees possession in the neutral zone. Connor Hutchison back in his own and off the left wing boards. Jay O'Brien tried to play that ahead, but it goes into the Vees bench and out of play. 11:58 to go first period. 1-0 Wenatchee with the lead. Ethan Wolders with the goal at 2:36 from Drew Bavaro and Matt Dorsey. That gives the Wild a 1-0 lead. But since that goal, Dale, I've liked the Vees response because they've really come back after that and put a really solid effort into keeping the puck inside the Wild end.
Yeah, there's a stretch where the Vees were scoring the first goal of the game, and a lot of times in the opening minute and getting that early lead. Then they went through 4 or 5 games where they gave up the opening goal, but they were always able to battle back. And yeah, they've come back strong since giving up that goal. They know what it takes.
Wild back the other way quickly. Quinn Emerson with a shot from the right circle. That went wide of the goal. Emerson back behind the net, trying to wrangle this puck free. Evan McIntyre had, but lost it, and then a quick shot from the slot there is stopped by Stankowski with the right side. Makes the save on Hastings in the slot, and a long shot from the left point by Main goes wide. Right wing thrown to the net. That stopped. Rebound loose in front, and it's McIntyre in the left circle who will pound it off the left wing boards back inside of Wenatchee territory. No icing on the play. Altman out of the goal behind his net, and he'll play it to the right wing side where it's stretched out by Bavaro, but he turned it over inside the blue line. Now they're going to say the Kalazic was outside of the blue line and then brought it back in, so an offside with 11:14 to go first period. Quick chance here on a turnover below the goal line, and it's a good right pad save by Carl Stankowski as the Wild quickly onto the puck, and Stankowski able to make a big stop in the slot on Matt Dorsey.
Well, that might have been his best stop in 2 nights. He had 25 saves last night, but nothing really spectacular, just steady in net, but that was a good one. Great kick save with the pad.
Wild behind their net with this. Jared Overland up the boards. He can't clear, though. Here's a shot from the left point by Somerville. That was knocked down. Brett Chorsky in the neutral zone. Pass through the middle. Intercepted by Holtz. Try to carry it back in on the right wing side. He gets the puck back again and lays it back inside of his own zone for Somerville. Somerville back in his own end. Turning away from pressure as he starts up the right side, and he laid it back below the goal line here for Holtz, who will wait behind his net with 10:40 to go in the first period, and the Vees trailing the Wild 1-0. flipped in on the forehand of Kalazic, but he actually flipped it up and out of play, so we'll get another face-off and a stoppage here with 10:36 to go in the opening period. Shots are even at 6 now in the hockey game, but it's the Wild leading the Vees 1-0.
Lively crowd here tonight on a Saturday night.
I think the Wenatchee's had a fan bus that came down for the 2 games, and they had about 45 people on that, and obviously some other fans that have made their way up as well. So I think that's added to the atmosphere here in this building, which has been, overly loud so far. Great crowd here at the SOEC for the regular season finale here between the Vees and the Wild. In across the blue line is David Cilia. He lost control of that, and now Somerville will take over in the neutral zone. Back across for Holtz. Off the right wing boards to center. Niedermeyer will play it back in, but that was from the wrong side of center. That will be an icing with 10:13 to go in the opening period and a 1-0 score. And, if this is just a lead up to what we're going to see in the playoffs of the fan support, I know everybody's getting a bit anxious around this town to see some playoff hockey.
Well, and as good a season as it's been for the Penticton Vees, and just looking through the crowds, I mean, they've been great, over 3,200 for a few games in a row now, but no doubt there'll be even more for Thursday, Friday games against West Kelowna. It'll build as the playoffs progress, and we expect a long playoff run.
Quick chance, save, rebound in front to the goal line. They score. A scramble in front of the net, and it's Matt Dorsey that puts it past Carl Stankowski. And with 10:05 to go in the first period, Wenatchee has doubled their advantage. It's a 2-0 Wild lead.
Well, Stankowski, I think, thought he had it underneath him there. He tried not to move because he believed it was under his pad, and he didn't want to see it go. You see his left pad just lifted up a little bit, and the puck just slid underneath it, and Dorsey was there to bang it in. They just couldn't tie it up in time, and they thought they maybe could get a whistle, but it just slipped loose underneath the pad of Stankowski. Dorsey there to bang it in, and it's a 2-0 Wenatchee lead.
So the Wild with 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes of this hockey game. First was Wolders, and now it's Dorsey who bangs it in on a goalmouth scramble past the blocker side, or past the glove side of Stankowski. So a 2-0 Wild lead. The Vees back in again. Malmquist left it along there for O'Brien, but it's taken back the other way here by Wenatchee. Sped ahead through center on the right wing side by Ormsby, trying to drive wide, thrown through the slot, and gathered up by O'Brien as he banks it off the right wing boards back out to center. Main back onto it. He turned it over to Malmquist below the goal line. Malmquist back behind the net, protecting on his backhand, stopping him the left wing corner. Malmquist down low, tried to center it there for Waite. Pass was just rejected away. Waite gets it back again, right wing corner. Up to the blue line, Martini. Across left wing side. Hutchison sidesteps the check, gets down in the left wing circle, still with the puck on his backhand, up to the midpoint, working his way around the outside on the right wing, threw it in the front of the net, and just out of the reach of Wade, who will speed after it and get the puck again. Wade left wing circle, walks in with a drop pass. O'Brien out of the left wing halfward, makes a move, cuts in left circle to the slot for Malmquist with a shot that went off a stick and wide of the goal. O'Brien again with it now, back to the midpoint. Hutchison down to the left wing circle, just skipped over the stick of Malmquist, but he's onto the puck quickly on the left wing half-board. Slides it across right wing side. Martini to the net. Redirected just wide. Now O'Brien on the left wing half-board. Back to the high slot for Waite. Plays it down low for Malmquist. Malmquist takes this on his backhand. He works his way up top. Back to the left point. Malmquist tried to slide it back along to the right wing, but intercepted, and the Wild carry back the other way. Down the left wing side is Tyler Young, but defended very well by Ethan Martini. Took the puck right off his stick. Martini trying to kick the puck free below the goal line here with 8:19 to go in the first period, and Wenatchee staked out to a 2-0 lead. Wild onto the puck. Quinn Emerson up the boards on the right side. Nick Chmielewski down below the goal line, tried a sharp-angled shot that went off the side of the net. He got it back again to the right circle. A shot stopped by Stankowski. On the try there from Emerson from the right circle. Herzog at center. Fires it around on the left wing. Onto it here is Chmielewski. Down below the goal line behind the net, it's Emerson. Back up top to the left point. Overland across right side. Played here by Herzog. Herzog the midpoint to the left wing. Overland with a shot that was blocked by Lakaduk. Vees try to clear. Puck spurts to the blue line and held inside the zone. Herzog in deep down to the left wing corner. Turning away from a check. Works his way up the boards, but he gave the puck up to Colton Kalazic. Vees will punch it back out to center where Herzog will take over. 7.5 to go, period number 1. Right off the bench with Somerville. He tried to lift the stick of his defender and take that puck away, and it's fired back in by Wenatchee. Stankowski knocks it down. Somerville on the right wing side. Drop pass here for Cilia. High off the right wing glass and back out to center. Niedermeyer trying to get around a check there. He looked like he was held up for a moment, but it's the Wild that will possess behind their goal. Noah Luley back across now, and it's Chipped off the boards there by Usher and back out to center. Holtz ahead for Niedermeyer. Stopping up just inside the blue line. He played it off the right wing boards back inside of Wenatchee territory. Usher across right side. Luley out to center. And it's played in deep by Ethan Wolders. Stankowski behind his net. Backhands the puck around left wing side. But it's played in deep there by Dorsey. Second effort now by Holtz up the boards on the right wing. Will get past everybody at center and back to the Wenatchee blue line. Blake Emerson worked it ahead. Wild back onto it on the right side, but a good job by Holtz as he stands up the check. Played it back to the middle. Skated onto by Celia, right wing half port. Celia right circle, tried to find the trailer Somerville, but a good stick there as getting a piece of that, I believe, was Morton to take it away from the oncoming Vees defender in Somerville. 6:18 to go, first period. Puck loose in the high slot. Here's Waite with a shot and a glove save by Altman. 6:14 to go, first period. We'll head to our media timeout. It's the Wild 2, the Vees no score. This is Vees Hockey right here on Easy Rock AM 800, presented by Penticton. Trevor Miller here with you on Easy Rock AM 800. It's the Vees that trail the Wenatchee Wild 2-0 right now in this hockey game. Goals from Ethan Wolders and Matt Dorsey have the Wild ahead by a pair of goals. Vees looking to try to come back in this hockey game in front of a big crowd here at the SOEC tonight. Final regular season game before the playoffs start next Thursday. Waite tried to center it into the slot. Wenatchee there to take it away. Up to the blue line and back out to center. Somerville will send it back in. Shots are 10-6 in favor of Wenatchee, and they lead the game by a pair of goals. Sent along left wing. Somerville back inside of his own zone. Swings the puck up the left side. Liam Malmquist back in his own end will take this and slide it ahead on the right wing now for Waite. Waite cutting back in across the blue line. Drop pass here for O'Brien. O'Brien laid it along. Malmquist in the high slot. Back along to the left point. Somerville to the front of the net. Redirected just wide of the goal. Wenatchee back the other way. Played ahead through center where McIntyre will take this over in the neutral zone. Sent it up there for O'Brien, and he played it back into his own zone. McIntyre onto it behind the goal. 5:20 to go, first period, and the Vees trailing 2-0 here in this hockey game. McIntyre leaves it along here for David Cilia. Cilia bursting up the right side. A pass to the left wing for Sillinger across the blue line. Tried to return it back for Cilia on the right wing, but it's the Wild that will snap it back out to center and back into Vees territory. Holtz off a skate back into the Wenatchee end. Cilia going in after it into the right wing corner against Noah Luley. In for the puck. There is Jackson Niedermeyer. Up the boards on the right side. Holtz to the left wing. There's a shot by Hemingway that was stopped by Altman and redirected up and out of play with 4:50 to go in the first period. It's the Wild 2 and the Vees no score. Well, it did show that the Wild had 11 shots on goal. That's now at 9. So the shots are now 9-8 in favor of the Wild here in this one.
They're going backwards. Hey, we talked last night a lot. Only 3 of the 8 first-round playoff series are determined at this point. Looking around the league in the Island Division, Cowichan goes in it tonight, 1 point up in Nanaimo. They could clinch with a win, but it's the Capitals trailing Alberni Valley 1-0. And, of course, Wenatchee, Vernon, and the Salmon Arm Silverbacks battling for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Next break, we'll update those scores for you.
Back out through center. Played back in. And into the right wing corner. Darwin Lakaduk will send it ahead. Liam Noble will get out through center. Noble chips it in deep on the right wing. Down to the corner below the goal line. Jared Overland wraps it around on the left wing. He's trying to force this out. And Herzog in the left wing corner trying to find a Vees onto it, though. Quick shot by Lakaduk in the right circle. Save made by Altman with 4:16 to go in the opening frame.
So Vernon and West Kelowna tied at 1 last night. West Kelowna went into Vernon last night. They had a huge crowd there as well and beat the Vipers 6-4. So those teams tied at 1, and of course we've got the Wild up 2-0 here right now. And the other team, Salmon Arm, is in action tomorrow. So Wenatchee goes in 1 point up in both Vernon and Salmon Arm. If the Wild are successful this evening, they would clinch 3rd and let the other teams battle it out for 4th and 5th. But, of course, the Vees are going to have something to say about that yet this evening.
Puck down below the goal line here, and it's Wolders that will gather back up to the right wing point. Held inside the zone, swung to the left wing side. A shot, they score! Usher from the left point put it on. It was redirected in front. I think it was Dorsey that got a piece of it. And with 3:59 to go in the first period, Wenatchee has jumped out to a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, just couldn't get the puck out of the zone there, and that point shot came through. Looked like it was tipped in front, and so tough for Carl Stankowski to do much there. He had a lot of traffic in front of him. By the time he was able to move, he was in the back of the net behind him, and with Yaniv Peretz sitting directly below us in the press box here. Fred is likely to continue with Carl Stankowski, and of course that's not to say it's Carl's fault, because he's been victimized by some plays in front where defensemen didn't tie up players by tip shot as well. So far from all on the shoulders of Carl Stankowski at this point, but he's the veteran in there right now.
Big hit on the end boards by Tyler Ho. He's going to be called for a penalty here as a couple of Wild players come out and try to get after him after the check was thrown, and Ho threw the check on Drake Usher down low, so Ho's going to be called for the penalty with 3:47 to go in the first period. Vees will go to the penalty kill for the first time in the hockey game. They trail 3-0 as Ho landed the check on the end boards, but there may be coincidental penalties here, and that's just an undisciplined play. Tyler Young threw a cross check after Ho made the hit, and Young just took his team off the power play. This faceoff's going to come back inside of the Wenatchee zone, I believe.
Well, I know Fred in the pregame lamented a little bit about the amount of penalties the Vees are taking. They're not a high penalty team. They're near the bottom as far as the least amount of penalties taken in the league this year, but it just seems the last 4 or 5 games, the opposition here at South Okanagan Event Center is getting those 5 or 6 power play opportunities. It seems uneven. The Vees may be getting their 1 or 2 or 3, whereas the opposition's getting a few more, and a lot of times it's tough to figure out because the other team is way more penalized than the Penticton Vees. They're a pretty disciplined team. They don't usually lash out, such as we saw in the case there from the Wenatchee Wild player. But Tyler Ho just making the big hit, just trying to get things going a little bit for his hockey team down 3-0.
Hutchison with a shot from the right point that was blocked down there by Altman in the goal. Holtz up the left wing side that was knocked down and then played back out to center inside of the Penticton end. Sillinger up ahead on the right wing. Gets to the puck now as he starts ahead across the blue line. Drop pass now for Cilia. Cilia on the right wing half board, trying to make his way down to the corner. Cilia back up top for Holtz with a shot that was redirected wide of the goal. Back on the left wing side. Sillinger tried to keep it inside the zone, as did Hutchison, but the Wild will pop it back to center. Chorsky will lay it back inside of the Vees end, and Stankowski will just hang on to it and get a whistle with 3:11 to go first period. 3-0 lead in favor of Wenatchee. Shots on goal favor the Wild 11-10.
Well, we talked about some of the playoff situations. The other situation in the mainline division not settled. Of course, it'll be Coquitlam and Langley in the first round. Langley beat Surrey in overtime last night. The Eagles pick up a point, go to 62. Chilliwack sits at 61. The Chiefs are home to Langley tomorrow with a chance to pick up a win and vault over Surrey to get home ice advantage in the opening round. I'm heading to the lower mainland tomorrow morning. Going to take in that Chilliwack game tomorrow and see what the Chiefs can do on home ice.
O'Brien just outside of the blue line, lost the puck, then brought back in. That is an offside against Wenatchee. 3:02 to go first period, and the game remains 3-0 in favor of the Wild. So if you're the Vees, I think you almost have to start from scratch here and think that the game's 0-0 and just kind of work your way back in.
Yeah, one goal at a time, one play at a time, one shift at a time. That's what Fred, Patty, and Maddie will tell the guys in the intermission with 3 minutes to go in the period. Maybe they can get one back here and get a little closer. But, yeah, just play one shift at a time. You're definitely not out of the game. There's the manpower, the firepower to get back into it.
Down below the goal line now, it's O'Brien. Tied up there on the end boards. Elzer trying to dig in and find the puck. Well, as Waite back below the goal line, just off to the blocker side of Altman. Puck comes back to the right wing side, and Martini threw it to the net. That was blocked down to the right wing corner, down below the goal line. Back in the left wing corner. O'Brien tried to play it back out there. It's knocked down. Second effort on the left wing half board. O'Brien down to the corner for Waite. Back for O'Brien on the goal line. Played it back behind the net. Now to the right wing corner. The right wing circle. A shot that came there from Martini. And Altman makes the save. Back up the left wing boards. It's flung back in from center. And now played in deep. McIntyre behind the goal. Stopping up here. Evan McIntyre. Threw it down ice. That's going to be an icing against the Vees with 2:02 to go here in the first period. 3-0 the score in favor of Wenatchee, and a face-off that will come back inside the Vees zone with 2:02 to go here in period one.
Yeah, Vees just have to get something going here, stir things up a bit. Mentioned that Tyler Ho penalty, ramming the Wild player against the boards, just trying to stir his teammates up a little bit and maybe get the crowd going a little bit too. Things have quieted down. They were very spirited and right into it early in the game, but a 3-0 lead's quieted them down a little bit. Vees try to get something going here before the end of the first period and get the crowd back into it.
Back in on the right wing side. A shot coming there from Wolders and a save by Stankowski. Elzer up the boards. He can't clear. Morton inside the blue line will hold the puck on side. Down to the right wing, and it is McIntyre. A lead feed just out of the reach of Elzer. Tries to take it off the end boards, but it will be swung to the right wing side where it's Dorsey across left wing. Wild will come out through to center with this. Fired in for the neutral zone by Wolders. Down to the right wing corner. Dorsey back below the goal line. Crushed off the puck. Dorsey taken off of it below the goal line, and now it's Cilia that will start out from his own end. Cilia up ahead on the right wing side for Somerville. Somerville got that puck back inside of the Wenatchee zone. Herzog across right wing, and it's the Wild that will take it over. Owen Bond on the left side. Plays it back in deep behind the goal. Stankowski leaves it along there in the final minute of period number 1. Lucas Sillinger burst of speed ahead on the right wing side. Sillinger out through the middle of the ice, back and across the line, works in left wing circle. Sillinger to the goal line, a shot fired wide of the goal. Back to the right point. Hutchison waiting onto that, played it along for Cilia. Tried to get it down to the goal line there. The Wild onto the puck, up the boards on the right wing. Niedermeyer trying to find this as he dumped it down low, looking for Sillinger in the game's, or in the first period's final 35 seconds. Sillinger pressed up against the right wing corner boards, and the puck is retrieved by the Wild, and it's Chorsky laying it off the boards back inside of the Vees zone. Somerville up ahead on the right wing side. Sillinger back through center. His pass intercepted. Wild tried to bring it back the other way on the left wing. Sillinger tried to brush his man off. Morton was awkwardly going into the left wing corner board, so Somerville wraps the puck back around to the neutral zone. 10 seconds to go in the first period. Laid back in from center by the Wild. Somerville on the end boards. Got hit hard there. Puck around the boards on the right side. Cilia will gather that back out to center, and that will sound the buzzer on period number 1. With some late chatter just outside of the penalty boxes, but it is a period in which Wenatchee will be quite happy with, as the Vees uncharacteristically trail by 3 after 1 period of play here tonight at the South Okanagan Events Center. There were times that you liked what the Vees had in that first period, but other times where Wenatchee had a lot of the zone time and were very opportunistic on their chances and did a lot of good things inside of the offensive zone.
Yeah, they really took it to the Vees that way and forced it, and were able to get some pressure on the Vees a few times, capitalized with some goals, a few players not tied up in front, and that allowed a Wild player to get his puck or stick on the puck and put it into the net. So it's 3-0 at this point. Fred and the coaches will go in and chat about things a little bit and just remind the guys to get back to their game. They started out well in the first 45 seconds, a lot of pressure on Wenatchee and really pushed him at that point. But then Wenatchee came back and started to control the play a little bit more. Penticton Vees have played at such a high level for such a long time. 16-2 since January 1st, 16-1-1 on home ice since November 27th. Those are the numbers. That's what this Penticton V team has done. It's tough to play at that high level all the time. You have to start doing it as of this coming Thursday when the playoffs begin. But as for tonight, still 40 minutes to go. The Vees will try to get a goal early in this second period, try to get back in the hockey game. They want to pick up a win and go into the playoffs on a winning note and a winning streak. And we'll see what they can do and what the second period brings about when we get back to hockey action in about 15 minutes.
Well, there's still tons of time in this game.
Yeah.
I think from the Vees standpoint, you look at that first period and, you know, you could say what you want about it, but I think you just look forward and look into the fact that you still have 2 periods left. This is a talented roster that has done a lot of good things this year, so I certainly would not say that this one's anything close to over here in this hockey game, but it is Wenatchee ahead 3-0. Got to credit the visitors as well. They had a good first period, and they have a 3-0 lead after 1 frame. We'll take a timeout on the other side of the break. We'll recap that opening frame, and we'll also hear from Vees forward Colton Kalazic, who's one of those 20-year-olds playing his last regular season game in Junior A hockey. This is Vees hockey right here on Easy Rock AM 800, presented by Penticton Subaru.
They're not going to be happy with that opening period, but the Wild are fighting for something. The Vees don't have to push for a playoff spot or positioning or anything. So we expect a much better effort from the Penticton Vees in the second period.
Well, second period of play underway now here at the SOEC. Vees trying to get to the puck back inside of the Wenatchee end. Bavaro on the right wing side got crunched into the boards there by Tyler Ho. Matt Dorsey along left wing. Drake Usher pass back up for Dorsey on the right wing side. He's got a goal in this hockey game, but the Vees were there to pick off, and it's Ho that will play this puck in deep. Back below the goal line, here's Usher on the left wing side. Plays it through the middle now for Dorsey. Dorsey on the left wing, off the boards, helped by Ethan Wolders back inside of Vees territory. Steve Holtz on the end boards. Knocked at the puck, he got it back again on the left wing side. Holtz will push this out to center, and it's Wenatchee that'll start the other way. Tanner Main in the neutral zone, fires it right on goal. Stankowski knocks it down, and the Vees will start back the other way. Tyler Ho, burst of speed out through center. Ho and across the blue line, down the left wing side, protects the puck, goes back behind the net with this. Ho around right wing corner. A knocked off stride there. The puck will skitter its way back to center. Ethan Martini, left wing side. Connor Hutchison up the boards. He can't quite get that to Jackson Niedermeyer. Tyler Young's pass intercepted and then fired back in from center by Noah Luley. So it's Hutchison that's back onto this for the Vees. Up the boards on the left wing. Here's Lucas Sillinger. Back and across the blue line. Sillinger to the front of the net. He tried to find Celia, who was going to the goal, but Altman got a piece of that puck before it could find the Vees captain. Luke Ormsby back the other way on the right wing side. Trying to chip that by Hutchison, and then he horse collars him down to the ice. That's a penalty that's going to come up against the Wenatchee to forward, you would imagine, as he was trying to get by Hutchison down the right wing. He chipped it by him. The two of them were skating after it with one another, and it was just Ormsby that put his arm out, and it's a holding penalty that's going to come up there. That's a 15-yard penalty if you're playing football. That's unsportsmanlike. That's unnecessary roughness, and a face-off that'll come back inside of the Wenatchee end. The Vees go into their first power play of the game, and a great opportunity to get some momentum with 1:35 gone in this second period.
Well, it brings the face-off into Wenatchee territory as well, so the Vees can start thinking offensively right from the get-go. But yeah, they need a goal in this power play. Get back into it.
Vees get the puck. O'Brien midpoint with a shot that was blocked into the left wing corner. Jackson Niedermeyer leaves the puck for Sillinger. Sillinger back up to the midpoint. Hutchison, right wing side. David Celia across left wing. O'Brien settles, shoots, and he fired it wide of the goal. Puck back to the right wing point. Hutchison to the right half board for Celia. Celia collecting back for Hutchison. Walks his way to the middle. Sent it along to the right side. Celia to the goal line. Niedermeyer back door. O'Brien kicked out by the right pad of Altman. I don't think O'Brien ever got a stick on that attempt. He's got it again on the left wing half board. Played it back to the blue line. Hutchison trying to make his way around a check. Lost it there, and it's cleared down ice by Morton. But urgency is a priority for the Vees here on the early part of this power play that's got 45 seconds gone in it. Celia out of his own zone, being hampered by a Wild forechecker, but he gets his way out on the right side. Celia, right wing circle with a shot that was deflected off a stick. O'Brien settled the puck down in the left wing circle. Now Danny Waite to the blue line. Hutchison across right side, just out of the reach of Celia, and pounded off the left wing boards by Drake Usher down ice.
Well, it's kind of reminiscent of that Alberni Valley game a week ago. They're blocking so many shots on the Vees right now. Vees getting in close, getting some scoring opportunities, some good shots at the net, but Wenatchee's done a good job of blocking them so far.
Vees started out of their own zone in the last 40 seconds of the power play. The puck off of Steve Holtz's skate, and it's played back down ice here by Usher. Stankowski behind his goal, sent it along for Holtz. That was Darwin Lakaduk who's going to race his way to center. Danny Waite on the left wing side gets the puck in deep. It wraps around the boards on the right wing. Liam Malmquist to it for Penticton. Tried to bump it up the boards, and it's the Wild that'll get that out to center. One-on-one, Tyler Young down the right side with a shot. Steered away by the right pad of Stankowski. Vees will force that up the boards before it's fired back in from center by Tanner Main.
Well, I think what it does as well with the Vees having clinched first place a while ago is other players get a chance. Darwin Lakaduk out in the power play right now, so guys that might not normally play the power play getting an opportunity.
Ormsby out of the box. The Vees 0 for 1 on the man advantage. That started out very well. Puck back in the left wing corner. Noah Luley trying to work his way out. Ormsby battling for the puck. Malmquist will play it down low. Waite tried to spin a pass back to the slot, but that was broken up. Hunter Hastings up on the boards on the right side. Holtz will hold it in. Lays it down the board. Second effort by Hastings will now get out to center. Pushed up there by Quinn Emerson. Back into the slot, and it was an attempt coming there from Ormsby. Just fired wide of the goal. Colton Kalazic below the goal line for the Vees. And knocked down to the ice from his knees. Will lay that back behind the net. And it's Holtz on the left wing that will force that up. Kalazic inside of his own blue line. Now gets out through to center. Kalazic in the neutral zone. Fires it on. Left pad saved by Altman. Rebound behind the goal. Ho on his backhand up the right side. Left the puck along for Nico Somerville. Somerville back to the midpoint, and Ho just couldn't hold it on side. So it comes back out to center. Tyler Ho dropped it off there. Was looking for Somerville, but it was intercepted by Matt Dorsey. So Ho below the goal line will play it along Somerville. Up the boards on the right side. In for the puck is Wolders. Wraps it around the left wing boards. In for the puck is Herzog. He was pinned off defensively there by Kalazek as the puck comes free, blocker's side, and now will skitter its way to the left circle. Tying up on the left wing boards. Vees trying to clear this up the boards, and it will be Ho that will gather this. He tried to slide it to the middle, was looking for Carson Kozabud, but the Wild intercept and play this down ice. Nico Somerville, the end boards for Kalazek. Left along for Ho. His pass on the left wing, that was broken up as well. Kalazek on a second effort. Back below the goal line here for Carson Kozabud. Kozabud gets out through to center. The feed there for Kalazek. Kalazek's pass will find Ho. Back and across the blue line on the left wing. Throws a backhander on. And a glove save by Altman with 14:33 to go. Period number 2. Shots are 14-13 in favor of Wenatchee, and they lead the game 3-0.
Well, the Vees have come out with a pretty good effort to start this second period. 5.5 minutes in. Forcing the play a little bit more. Again, Wenatchee's been blocking a lot of shots. And the passing just not as crisp as we've seen for the Penticton Vees. For most of this season. It just seemed a little bit off, but hey, it's the final game of the regular season. They're being maybe outplayed a little bit by the Wenatchee Wild at this point, and the Wild, of course, still battling for third place, trying to pick up a win tonight and securing home ice in the first round and potentially second round of the playoffs.
Face-off blocker side of Altman after a shot right off the draw was gobbled up by the Wild netminder. Face-off blocker side, the Wild win the face-off. Ormsby tries to get out to center. Was hit by Jackson Niedermeyer. Now Carson Hemingway throws that pass through everybody back inside of the Wild end. It banked off the end boards. Wild were looking for an icing, but that came right to Altman. So that will result in a defensive zone face-off here, and a draw that will come back inside of the Wild end of the blocker side of Altman again with 14:20 to go in the second period, and a lead of 3-0 for Wenatchee.
Well, all coming down to the final weekend. Right now, Vernon and West Kelowna tied at 1 in West K. That's about 7.5 minutes into the second period. Alberni Valley's got a 2-0 lead on Cowichan. That's about 8.5 minutes into the second period. The Capitals lose today. Nanaimo gets a chance to take over first place with a win tomorrow.
Nanaimo with an unbelievable way to win that game last night against Cowichan. They pulled their goaltender while shorthanded and scored the game winners 5-on-5 and won that game in regulation because that's the only way they could. If the game went to overtime, they would have lost the Island Division. Back on the right wing side, Ethan Martini with a shot that was blocked by Tanner Main. Main below the goal line, wrapped it behind the net, and now it's Luley that will start that out on the right side for Ormsby. Back to the middle for Chorsky. Again, return to the right side. Ormsby works in right circle, shot gobbled up by Stankowski, who makes the save with 13:48 to go in the second period, and a 3-0 score. We had a couple of those last night in the BCHL. Surrey was down a goal. They were on the penalty kill. They were on a 5-on-3 penalty kill against Langley. Langley took a penalty, made it 5-on-4. Surrey scored with 12 seconds left to get the game to the overtime. They eventually lost in overtime, but some wacky finishes to games last night.
Well, and they get the point, so they're now 1 up on Chilliwack. Chiefs host Langley tomorrow, and looking forward to going to watch that game, but a Chilliwack win on home ice would vault the Chiefs over Surrey and give them second place and home ice advantage.
Wild off the faceoff, spun to the goal by Owen Bond, the affiliate forward, and that was stopped by Stankowski. And a big collision there as Waite collided with his man on the right side. Vees will get the puck back in their own zone, a lead feed. Liam Malmquist down the right side inside the blue line, trying to get away from Dylan Herzog's check. Malmquist making moves on the right wing, tried to send it to the front of the goal. He had Waite creeping down on the back door. Jay O'Brien with it for Penticton. Off to the left wing side. Holtz left circle shot. Ramps off a stick, up and out of play. And Dilly made the comment earlier, but the Wild are doing a great job of getting into shooting lanes and not letting the Vees getting many shots toward Noah Altman.
Yeah, the Vees doing a pretty good job of working the puck around, and Liam Malmquist there, boy, he was amazing on that shift. You know, the defenseman seemed really slow trying to catch up to him. He was maybe 20 feet inside the blue line, top of the face-off circle, but he had to keep working the puck for a good 15, 20 seconds because you couldn't pass it to anybody. But they've been doing a good job of finding that open man. Wild have been doing a good job of, covering those lanes and blocking those shots.
Puck up the left wing boards. Ethan Wolders trying to force it out to the blue line. Holtz held it in, lays it down behind the net. Waite right back around right side, and a shot up and over the goal by Jay O'Brien. Hutchison left wing, down to the corner. Waite tried to find it in his skates. Malmquist comes in for the puck. Tried to play it back to the blue line. That went off a body and then back out to center. Hutchison will retrieve onto this for the Vees. Throw it back to the front of the goal there, as that was Dorsey who came in and took that puck away and got it on net. Stankowski had to be quick to make a save. Wolders up the boards left side. Herzog lays it back down low. below the goal line. Hutchison comes out now, and he'll start his way up ice to the left wing for Danny Waite. Waite across the blue line, and Liam Malmquist was trying to hold the line. There was one extra move by Waite that forced that play offside, despite the best efforts of Malmquist trying to stay on
well,
side.
And he did everything he could. I mean, he spun himself around just trying to hold that back leg on blue there, but wasn't quite able to do it. But Liam Malmquist, been impressed with him so far tonight. Talked about the moves he was making and did everything he could to stay on side on that one.
He had a good night last night as well. He had an assist in that hockey game last night and a very good effort in that one. Jared Overland out through center. Can't find anybody in a white sweater. Somerville will go back for this and will keep the play moving as he starts out from his own zone. Jukes around a check. Sends the puck up the right wing side. Drew Elzer backing across the blue line. His shot off a stick up and out of play back behind Altman as he tried to return the feed back for Somerville, who was going to the front of the goal but went off a stick and caromed out of play. 12-12 to go, second period, and the Wild remain ahead 3-0 in this one. Shots on goal 17-14 in favor of Wenatchee.
You know, I thought it was kind of interesting. The top 20 in the Canadian Junior Hockey League, the Vees actually dropped a couple of spots from 14th to 16th in the past week's rankings. That despite having a 10-game winning streak stopped by Coquitlam last week. Sherwood Park number 1, Summerside second. Coquitlam's moved up to third.
O'Brien fed it along to the left wing here for Cylinder. Gets the puck left circle, sends it back in front for O'Brien. Loose to the top of the crease, and the Wild will clear it away and start the other way. Ormsby ahead through center. Gets that in deep after he took a hit there from Somerville, and the puck ramped off of Somerville, sticking out of play. So 11:49 to go, second period. Game remains 3-0 for Wenatchee. A good effort there for the Vees, getting the puck to the front of the goal. Just unable to get that puck past Altman, who has been strong so far. He's made 15 saves on each of the 15 shots he's faced, and a faceoff will come back outside of the Vees zone here with 11:49 remaining in the middle stanza.
Yeah, not getting much luck around the net as well on that particular play. I mean, it was coming in close. The pass just didn't come across cleanly, but they've been pushing a little bit more here in this second period, just not getting any luck in front of the net as now we see the puck roll towards Stankowski.
Yeah, it was kind of lifted off of O'Brien's stick from Nick Chmielewski and went right into Stankowski. And it seems like, you know, on those kind of nights where you get the puck luck when things are going your way, when they're not going your way, it seems to just go completely opposite.
It's gone the other way. And, hey, all 3 goals in that opening period, just some tough breaks for the Penticton Vees. You give the Wild credit for pushing, but none of the 3 goals were beauties. It was just things happening in front of the net, a little mistake here and there or a scramble. Puck goes in the net, and all of a sudden you're down 3-0.
Face-off done illegally, so we'll do another draw to the glove side of Stankowski. Still have to say, this is a very good crowd to see on hand. You think about it for the Vees, you know, you mentioned it, that the Vees know where they're going to play. They know who they're going to play next week. Obviously, Wenatchee's in an odd spot, but if you're a fan, you know, this game has a lot of intrigue, I think. It's awards night, obviously. I think that's what's brought a lot of people out here, but definitely nice to see the amount of fans that we've had here tonight, and that was knocked down by a high stick in the neutral zone, so we've really had a bit of a sluggish last 2 or 3 minutes of this hockey game, and got to think that favors Wenatchee in a sense to not allow the Vees to gain any momentum because there's been so much stop and go here in this one. But we had 3,100 on hand last night for that game against the Wild, and we got to be up and over that here tonight. It looks like another strong crowd here at the SOEC.
Oh, I got it. Well, Trevor, they're all here to see you down on the ice later to MC the awards banquet. That's got to be it.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm that big of a draw, I should have me on the ice all the time.
Unfortunately, we're a little old to lace them up at this point, buddy.
I wouldn't even try that.
We're best up. Well, you know what? That Sticks and Picks tournament coming up, my buddy Ken runs Quail Security in Osoyoos, so he bought a package to be able to golf and play hockey. So at this point, I am penciled in to play in the Sticks and Picks tournament against these NHL All-Stars and alumni, and I'm going to look a whole lot. It's been a lot of years. I've played hockey, but it's been a few years, so I'm going to be in trouble on that night, I do believe. I'm going to look for some NHL veterans, alumni players to help me out on that one, make me look good.
Somerville back in his own zone, back on the right wing side. Holtz with a pass there that went off the stick of Ho, and Kalazic lays it back inside of his own zone. Back behind the net now. It is collected here by the Vees. It's Somerville behind his goal, trying to juke his way around a check of Dorsey, and he just waits behind his net with this now with 11 minutes to go, second period, and a 3-0 game here in favor of Wenatchee. Vees start back the other way. Darlin Lakaduk into the slot. Kalazic, a shot stopped. Rebound back to the right circle, and Holtz drove a one-timer up and over the goal. Kalazic trying to collect it once more, and that comes back into center. The best chance for the Vees to score in this game, as Holtz had an opportunity from the right circle, but drove the puck up and over the net on a good play by Kalazic in the slot. Ho tried to find the puck in the neutral zone. Morton pushed it ahead. Down the left wing comes Ormsby. Walks in left circle, defended well by Holtz, who took him into the end boards, but Ormsby gets back up. He's okay. Nothing malicious by any intent there by Holtz. Vees get the puck back at center and play it into their own end. Somerville up ahead through the neutral zone. Collected now on the right side here and thrown in from the right wing by Chorsky. That was knocked down by the right pad of Stankowski. Vees start the other way. Fired in deep now from the neutral zone by Drake Usher. And it is Somerville who's back onto it. Somerville ahead on the right wing side. With speed now comes in Malmquist. Stopping up top of the right circle, and he fit a pass backdoor out of the reach of Jackson Niedermeyer. Wenatchee carries the other way. Young across the blue line, top of the left wing circle, surveying his options as he sent a pass across. Herzog will slash it back down low. Behind the net now comes out left circle, fits fed in front, that stopped. Rebound right wing side, and fired up and over the goal. Wild still hold the puck on side only for a moment. The Vees will bounce this back out to center, and the puck will now be settled down here by Herzog back in his own end. 9:25 to go, period number 2, and the Vees trailing the Wild 3-0 here in this one. Back in now comes Jay O'Brien trying to make a move to get around Herzog, but was taken into the blocker's side post by Drew Bavaro, but that will take us to our immediate timeout. With 9:12 to go here in the second period, it's the Vees trailing the Wild 3-0. This is Vees Hockey right here on Easy Rock AM 800, presented by Penticton Subaru. And welcome back inside of the South Okanagan Event Center. 9:12 to go, second period. 3-0 Wenatchee with the lead here in this one.
You know, last couple of shifts I noticed Jay O'Brien's been popped up to that forward line with Sillinger and Cilia. Niedermeyer's been pushed over to the other line with Liam Malmquist and Danny Waite. So those were the two lines that were intact before Jay O'Brien went down with that foot injury a couple of months ago. So interesting that Fred kind of shaking things up a little bit, seeing how O'Brien works with Sillinger and Cilia on that top line.
Up to the blue line after the media timeout. Holtz with a try to the net that was blocked down. The Wild back the other way. Down the left wing. Morton moves in. Back in front. And a shot stopped by Stankowski. Boy, a great save there by Carl Stankowski on the 2-on-1 as he makes a stop on Matt Dorsey with 8:57 to go in the second period. And well, if you're going to look for a turning point in this one, that is it. Stankowski, a big save moving from his right to left.
Well, and Carl's got to be perfect the rest of the way. 3-0 is not insurmountable. You don't want to get down by 4. He made sure that did not happen on that play as he dove across on the 2-on-1, makes a great save, keeps his team in the hockey game.
Wild won the face-off, a shot from the midpoint off the end boards, and the net knocked off its moorings. That shot drilled from the blue line by Noah Luley wide of the goal, and it carried off the end boards, but the net was knocked off of his glove side post. So that was the result in a stoppage with 8:51 to go in the second period.
Hey, Trevor, we look at some of the attendance numbers the last few games. Of course, the Vees finishing with 9 straight home games. Last night was 3,210. Last weekend, Coquitlam was 3,308. Alberni 3,124. These fans are just such good supporters of this hockey team, such good supporters of junior hockey. They're engaging. They just love their Penticton Vees, and they come out in droves. So much fun being in this arena because the fans get right into it and support this hockey team so well.
Back at center, the Wild bring the puck in on the right wing side. Chopped at there by Wolders. He was sent down to the ice by Martini, and the Vees chip it up the right wing boards into the skates of Elzer. He'll play it in deep on a backhand. All the way down inside of the zone below the goal line. Elzer going into the forecheck. Puck around in the corner. Ho into the slot. A shot by Kalazic was blocked. Kalazic tried to get it back again. Bumped to the blue line. There's a shot by Hemingway that was stopped by the left pad of the goaltender Altman. Elzer in the corner for Kalazic behind the net. Now behind the goal is Ho, centered for Elzer. That's stopped by Altman. Rebound back behind the goal. Ho will take that over. Great chance there for Drew Elzer. Denied on the blocker's side by Altman. Luley through center. Puck knocked down by a high stick, that of Ho, and it was driven on there by Morton. That was blocked by Hemingway. Long stretch pass from Ho. Finds Waite back and across the blue line. Dropped it off for Evan McIntyre. The defender in deep. Back to the slot for Waite, and a shot that he bunted up and over the goal. back at the blue line, held inside the zone. Long shot by Malmquist, blocked down in front. The Vees coming in waves now. Niedermeyer behind the goal. Try to get the puck around. It's sent up the right wing boards. Ormsby to the blue line, held inside the zone by Hemingway. Here's Malmquist, left circle, hook to the ice. We got a penalty coming against Wenatchee. 7:21 to go, second period. And the Vees will go to the power play. Hooking is the call, and Penticton to the man advantage after a couple of really good shifts inside of the offensive zone.
Yeah, really coming at Wenatchee now. 2 broken sticks on the ice, both in Wenatchee territory. One about halfway from the face-off dot to the blue line, one just to the left of goaltender Altman. And thinking about Altman, just looked at his stats here. 6'7", 205 pounds. Mentioned he's from Los Angeles, but he's a big goaltender. He covers a lot of that net at 6'7", and those big pads on and everything. So it's tough for the Vees to get the puck by him, but they've been coming hard at him in the later stages of the second period. Now they're on a man advantage. See what they can do.
Second time the Vees are on the power play in the game. Long shot stopped by Altman. The shot came from Hutchison from the blue line, and a couple of chances there with Niedermeyer and Cilia camped out in front, but save is made by the Wenatchee netminder.
Tough to be critical at all of Chris Clark, interim head coach of the Wild, going with Noah Altman as opposed to the veteran, 20-year-old Daniel Chenard, the Royal Bank Cup winner with Chilliwack a few years ago. Noah Altman has done a great job tonight.
Vees get the puck. Now it's Hutchison. Back to the right side. David Cilia walks in right circle, down to the goal line. Niedermeyer back for Cilia. A shot that was blocked. Getting a good piece of that was Herzog, who's hurting on the play. O'Brien with a pass off the right wing board. Cilia settles it down, walks down to the right corner below the goal line, ushers the puck around to the left wing. Hutchison into the left circle. Quick shot by Niedermeyer. That was stopped. Rebound side of the goal. Cleared by the Wild up the right wing board. Cilia holds it in down to the corner below the goal line. Niedermeyer tried to come out on the glove side. Poked away. Niedermeyer back behind the net. Cilia centering in front. Left wing side. Shot by Niedermeyer. Stopped by Altman. Noah Altman got across on the blocker's side. I mean, a big stop on Jackson Niedermeyer as this top unit power play has really come to life here in this hockey game. And a great chance there for Niedermeyer, denied once again by Altman.
Yeah, Vees doing everything they can to get back in this hockey game. Certainly not for lack of trying. In fact, they're outshooting Wenatchee 22-21 at this point in the hockey game. They're down 3-0, but with 6:35 to go and still a minute 14 in the power play, face-off deep in Wenatchee territory, the Vees are pushing for that first goal and trying to get more.
Face-off to the blocker side of the Wenatchee net. Vees on the draw. Wait back to the left point. O'Brien nicely protecting the puck as he walks down the left boards into the circle. Played it along now for Sillinger. Sillinger back to the midpoint. Hutchison back to the right side. Here's Cilia into the slot. Sillinger back for Cilia. Shot. Glove save. Rebound back below the goal line. And Wait will free it up here for O'Brien. Left wing circle to the midpoint. Hutchison. 49 seconds to go on the power play. O'Brien back to the midpoint. Hutchison to the top of the right dot. Cilia walks in, down to the bottom of the circle. Slid it across left wing. O'Brien waiting, shooting. That was blocked into the corner. O'Brien with a big check there, trying to force his man off the puck. Sillinger gathers across right side. Cilia glove save Altman. What a stop by Noah Altman as he came out and challenged David Cilia from the right circle. He put the wrister on, and Altman with the glove save.
That was the best save we've seen in 2 nights here with the Wild and the Vees battling at South Okanagan Event Center as the Vees pressuring the Wenatchee Wild. Just flipped out that glove, and you can see the player hold his head there. He had such a great opportunity, labeled it for that corner, did everything he could, but Altman was just a little bit better, flashing the glove, making a big save, and keeping his team with a 3-0 lead.
Face-off will come to the glove side of Altman after a big stop. Keeping this game at a 3-goal advantage, and the puck bounces over the stick of Evan McIntyre. Has to retrieve it back inside of his own zone for Steve Holtz. So 20 seconds remains on the penalty. That to Quinn Emerson for hooking. Danny Wait in his own zone. Has to settle a bouncing puck as he gets back out to center. Left along to the right wing side. Malmquist tried to work his way ahead, but that was sent back to the neutral zone by Drake Usher. 4 seconds to go in the power play. McIntyre back in, flips this down to the left wing corner. Blackaduk trying to find it. Down the corner there, spilled to the ice was Wade. It's underneath of him as the Players trying to joust for it here. Up the boards it comes. Brett Chorsky sends it ahead for Hunter Hastings. Hastings on the left side. Got a hit there from Malmquist trying to pry him free of the puck. Wild will start back in on the left wing. A long shoot-in stop by Stankowski, and he knocks it down and plays for Holtz. So the power plays 0 for 2, although the Vees had numerous good looks, and Noah Altman has really found his game here tonight with 24 saves, and it's been perfect so far. Stretch pass off the boot of Waite. Collected here by Holtz. Up ahead on the right wing side, and Waite was trying to find that in the neutral zone, but the play is blown dead. 4:41 to go second period, and the Wild remain ahead 3-0.
Yeah, good effort here in this second period for the Vees, falling behind by 3 in that opening period, but battling hard to get back in the game. Alberni Valley leading Couch and 2-0 right now with just a few seconds left in the second period. The Caps, they can come back to win, would clinch the Island Division if they cannot. Nanaimo gets a chance to win tomorrow and clinch the title. And how about the West Kelowna Warriors winning again? They're beating Vernon 2-1 with just under 2 minutes to go at Royal LePage Place in West Kelowna. The Warriors went into Vernon, knocked off the Vipers last night, and they've got a 2-1 lead late stages of the second period tonight.
Ho is pickpocketed at center. Sam Morton brings the puck back in. He tried to pass to the right wing side. Second effort by Matt Dorsey gets the puck all the way around the boards on the right wing. Somerville takes a hit to get the puck up the boards. Elzer tried to work it ahead. He was knocked down to the ice. Vees get to the puck. Ho at center. Down the left wing side. Will dump it in deep to the corner and go and chase after it behind the goal. But Wenatchee onto it first here. Herzog up the right wing side, and now out to center comes Morton. Out through the neutral zone, across the blue line, pass to the right wing. A shot there by Dorsey, wide of the goal. Now on the left wing side, it was thrown to the front of that. That was blocked down. Dorsey's pass to the left point, finds Overland across right side. Luley to the net. That went wide of the net. All the way around left wing. Could have been too many men there against Wenatchee. Overland will play it down low. Getting away from a check is Tyler Young. Young to the top of the left circle. Brett Chorsky up to the left wing point. Main fakes, now plays across right side. Luley, a shot through traffic was stopped. Rebound will skitter its way back to center before Maine will collect and fire it in deep. 3:25 to go second period, and the Vees trailing by 3. Flipped up ahead on the left wing side by Somerville. Back inside of Wenatchee territory. Luley up ahead on the right side. Dumped up there by Somerville. Sillinger laid it along. O'Brien, impossible 2-on-1. Walks in left. Circle shot, fired it wide. He lost the puck as well as he was trying to spot Cilia coming down the right wing. Wenatchee to it now. Ormsby had that intercepted. Sillinger ducks his way to the midpoint. Now into the slot. Makes a move. Puts it on. Stopped. Rebound. Put to the front of the net. That was blocked before it could get to Altman. Made a right pad save and a dandy there. McIntyre back into his own zone, out to the neutral zone, over the stick of Sillinger, but he pokes it ahead. Cilia ahead, back on the left wing side. David Cilia into his skates. He centered it to the slot. No one there. Martini at the right point, sends it back down low. Sillinger behind the net with 2:35 to play in period number 2. O'Brien tried to get it out in front of the net, but pouncing on that is Altman, and he will cover it up for a whistle. 2:33 to go second period. 3-0 the game remains.
Yeah, some great individual efforts there. Sillinger had a good chance as he was able to make the moves in front. Almost got his rebound as well before Altman could jump on top of it. But Vees doing everything they can to get back into this hockey game. They've had a great second period. They've outshot the Wenatchee Wild through the period and forced the play. Have had some great opportunities. We're outshot 12-11 in the opening period, so they put 14 on net here in the second period. But Noah Altman has been up to the task. He has stopped them all so far and looked good doing it.
Long shot wide of the goal. And now back behind the net. Puck comes around on the left wing side, thrown precariously to the side of the goal, and now sent around on the right wing and then pushed up ahead to center. Usher forced it ahead. Vees try to flip it back to the neutral zone. Played down by Usher, back across right side Bavaro. That was poked away. Here's Waite in the high slot, spinning it along now for Niedermeyer, but he was tied up from behind and he couldn't get the shot away. Wild back out through to center now. Hastings on the right wing throws it on. A glove save by Stankowski, and he'll just glove it down and get the whistle with 1:55 to go. And what seems like an eternity, the second period is taken in a 3-0 game in favor of the Wild.
It has been a long one. I know you're just itching to get down there and MC that awards ceremony coming up right after the game. So we invite everybody to stick around. We will continue to show the awards on our BC hockey broadcast. We're looking forward to seeing who all will pick up the trophies tonight for the Vees after the game.
O'Brien ahead on the right wing side. Cilia forced it ahead there for Sillinger. Down below the goal line now, it's Cilia back behind the net as he protects on his forehand. David Cilia up to the left point. Connor Hutchison moves into the left wing circle. Hutchison wide with a long shot. That's stopped by Altman as it caught him up high, but he was able to make the save. Cilia tried to hold the puck into the right point, but Dorsey chips it past him down the right wing side. Dorsey moving in right wing circle. Great play by Martini as he slid across and took that puck away. And the net is now off its moorings after O'Brien went into the goal, but a good defensive play there by Ethan Martini. 1:23 to go, second period, and the Wild remain ahead 3-0.
Yeah, those 3 first period goals still standing up for the Wenatchee Wild tonight. It was the Vees coming through the 4-1 victory in front of 3,210. What a great play there by Ethan Martini, and we saw that last night from Carson Kozubud slide across on a Wenatchee 2-on-1, and Ethan Martini did the same thing there. It's always difficult for a defenseman. You have to play that perfectly. If you slide too soon, the player dekes around you and gets an open man in front, but Martini played it well.
Picked off by Ho just outside of the blue line as he tried to play it ahead there for Elzer, but Wenatchee tracked back and took that away. Luley across left wing side, Main out through center. Chorsky across the blue line, working on the right wing with a shot. That went up and out of play. So 1:04 to go, second period now, and the game Wenatchee still ahead 3-0 here in a faceoff that will come to the glove side of Stankowski. Reminder, well, the next time we're on the air, well, things mean a little bit more. It's game 1 of the Interior Division quarterfinals. The playoffs starting Thursday night here at the South Okanagan Events Center. 7 o'clock puck drop as the Vees take on the West Kelowna Warriors.
Thursday and Friday, we will be here at the SOEC.
Back to the blue line, Luley with a long shot that was knocked down. Forced up ahead there by Penticton, out through center. Ho chips it ahead for Elzer. Could be a 2-on-1. Elzer down the left side, moving in left circle to the net. A shot stopped by the goaltender Altman. I think it might have glanced off the post as well. Wild back out through center. Chmielewski on the left wing. Down to the corner. Good job by Holtz as he was able to get a last piece of him and knock the puck away. Somerville ahead left wing side for Ho. Burst of speed out through center. Ho will guide this back into the left wing corner, and Morton was hit up high there. He shredded his gloves and his stick as well as he goes right back to the Wenatchee bench and will be looked at. 20 seconds to go here in the second period, and that's down ice for a icing and a face-off back inside of the Wenatchee end. I think when Ho chipped that in, I don't know if his stick got high on Morton or not, but Morton felt the effects of that and went straight to the Wenatchee bench.
Well, yeah, flipped off the gloves immediately and dropped the stick and immediately held on to, I don't know if it's in his mouth area, as the players retrieve his equipment and get it back over to the bench. I'm sure that we will see him in the game. And yeah, as Tyler Ho was working hard to get across that blue line, he was spun around a little bit, and the Wenatchee Wild player was somewhat the victim of all of that and took one up high to the face area inadvertently, and of course nothing coming out of that, and we get the face-off deep in Wenatchee territory.
Played up the boards on the right side. Sillinger knocks it down. O'Brien ducked it back into the right wing corner for Sillinger. 10 seconds to go in the period as it was McIntyre unable to hold in at the blue line. So Sillinger up ahead for Cilia. One last chance for the Vees in the period. Cilia with a dragon shot. Altman made the save and then forced it up and out of play into the right wing corner. You know, the Vees have 16 shots in the second period. They've put a lot of rubber on, but got to give credit to Noah Altman. He's been really good in this hockey game.
You know, he is. It flashed that glove out. He's made a couple of great pad saves. We've seen Altman, have to be very good tonight, especially here in the second period. Vees have come so close to popping in a couple, and we've got a tight hockey game as it is because of Noah Altman's fine play here in the second period. His team still with 2.4 seconds as we see Stankowski. I was wondering if Fred to pull him, and he certainly
we saw this last night when the Vees had 1.6. They pulled the goalie. They got a shot on. So they'll try it again here. Face-off blocker side. 2.4 seconds to go second period. Why not?
Well, and about a second and a half ran down before they stopped the clock. I was watching when the whistle blew, but if they didn't see it at the bench, it was tough to add it on.
Off the draw, the Wild win it back, and a quick shot toward the net by Wade is after the buzzer, and that's how we'll stand after 2 periods of play. It's the Wild that continue to lead the Vees 3-0 after 40 minutes of action. Well, Noah Altman, the star in that second period, he made 17 saves. He's made 28 on the night. And the Vees trail by 3 heading into period number 3. But a very good effort by Penticton in that second period. I thought they brought a lot of the play.
Yeah, it was a great period. Vees certainly outplayed Wenatchee in that second period and took the play to him. It just seems we're located up in the corner here at the home end. And when the Vees are coming on the offense in the second period towards us, it just seems that every game here at the South Okanagan Event Center, we get all the action in our end, and that was certainly the case in the second period here against Wenatchee. But despite those 16 shots, or 17 shots, it's still the Wenatchee Wild holding that 3-0 lead. And credit the goaltender, the big guy, 6'7", 205-pounder out of Los Angeles, Noah Altman. He is 9-7 this season, at 3.44 goals against, 874 save percentage. Not great numbers, but he's got good numbers tonight against the Interior Division pennant-winning Penticton Vees, and he has held his team in the lead at this point, and they go to the dressing room up by 3.
So it's a 3-0 Wenatchee lead. We'll take a timeout on the other side of the break. We'll recap that second period, a few Vees chances to get into. I'm also here from our On the Bench weekly series this week. It was Drew Elzer who stopped by to chat. This is Vees Hockey right here on Easy Rock Game 800, presented by Penticton Subaru.
The Chiefs 1 point back of Surrey in the battle for second in the mainland division. If they can win that game, they would vault over the Eagles and have home ice in that first round series.
Third period underway here from Penticton as the Vees and the Wild get going here in the final regulation period of the regular season. Nico Somerville up the boards on the left wing side, and now back across right wing. Steve Holtz ahead for Drew Elzer. The right wing now left the puck along there for Colton Kalazic, but it is forced back ahead on the right side there as Tyler Ho intercepted. Vees have an odd man rush. Ho to the front of the net. Kalazic to the forehand. Stopped by Altman. Somehow couldn't put that one by as Tyler Ho fed Colton Kalazic going to the net, but he bobbled the puck for a moment. Shot from the right point. Holtz wide of the goal. Nico Somerville down to the corner. Ho below the goal line. Turning away from pressure. Cuts out left wing corner. Up the board. Somerville at the left point. Across to the right wing side. Holtz back to the left wing. Can't find Ho with the pass that was intercepted. Somerville sends it right back down below the goal line here for the Vees. Around to the right wing. Holtz tried to find his man in the slot. Banked up the left wing boards. Ho was taking out the puck there. The Vees still holding inside the zone. A long shot by Drew Elzer. Gloved and held by Noah Altman. Minute and 7 seconds into the third period. Lots of pressure for the Vees in the offensive end. Great chance here for Colton Kalazic. Just couldn't finish off the play.
Well, and they've come so close. Kalazic goes from his backhand to his forehand in front of Altman. He got in pretty tight as well, and Altman was able to stick out that left pad as Kalazic went to the forehand to try to stuff it in the short side. Great save again for Noah Altman.
Carson Cosma makes a move and sends the puck to the right wing. Evan McIntyre into the slot that went off a body back to center. Cosma out through the neutral zone. Pass on the right wing for Jackson Niedermeyer. His attempt back is intercepted. A great play. That was Lucas Sillinger diving out and got that puck away from a Wenatchee forward and Tyler Young. David Cilia down the right wing side. Cilia working his way in on the right half board. Lost the puck as it comes up the boards. O'Brien trying to dig forward here as that will be sent back inside of the Vees end of the ice. Carson Cosabut back onto it for Penticton behind his net. 150 gone, period 3, and the Vees trail by a trio of goals. The Vees back with a puck again. The right wing side, McIntyre tried to force his way ahead. Knocked down on the left wing. McIntyre will go back after it inside of his own zone with 2 minutes to gone here in period number 3, and Vees trailing by 3. Wait. Drops it off on the left wing side. Cosabut across right wing. Off the boards. That came from McIntyre and will be slid all the way down inside of the Wenatchee end. That will go for an icing. 17:45 to go third period. 3-0 Wenatchee with the lead. The shots 31-23 in favor of Penticton.
Well, you get the feeling if the Vees can pop one in here, this game's far, far from over because they've had so many chances. It's just they need a little momentum on their side, and they've been stymied by the great goaltending of Noah Altman and a lot of blocked shots. It's something we saw last Saturday night against Alberni Valley, but as they showed against the Bulldogs 1 week ago, they trailed 2-1 late in the game, came back to win it in overtime, and this game is not out of the reality of getting back into it yet for the Penticton Vees as the puck slides into Wild territory. But they've just been so close so many times. I get the feeling if they pop one, they can really put some pressure on and add a few more.
Faceoff will come back inside of the Wenatchee zone, just off to the glove side of Altman. 17:33 to go third period. And you got the feeling that, that Kalisic chance, if that goes in the first minute of the period, you can really change the momentum of how this game is going to look. But unfortunately for the Vees, they weren't able to find the back of the net with that one. So now a faceoff will come back inside of the Wenatchee zone. Puck up the boards on the right wing side. He's trying to knock this down as it will come to the blue line. Here's Hutchison across left wing. Holtz walking in left circle shot that went off a body into the right wing corner. Niedermeyer lets it go to the blue line. Hutchison back at the right point. Makes a move to get around to the right half board. Walking down low into the right corner. Up the boards for Lacaduc. Back across now for Hutchison. Hutchison around left wing. Here's Holtz with a shot to the net. Stop, rebound, put just wide of the goal. Right in front there was, I believe, Niedermeyer, who just put it wide of the net on the glove side of Altman. Back in are the Vees. Dorsey, or the Wild, I should say. Dorsey down to the corner. Ethan Wolders laid it along for Brett Chorsky. Chorsky around the boards on the left wing side. In from the blue line is Jared Overland. Held the puck on only for a moment. Ho tried to chip and chase that on the left wing side, but it was the Wild who will send it in deep as they picked it off. Holtz off the end boards, a reverse pass intercepted. Young defended nicely there by Hutchison, who sends him into the left wing boards, and the Vees onto the puck. Kalisic a lead feed right side. Elzer back in, working in right circle to the net. That was blocked. Down below the goal line now. Battle for the puck coming. It's held up against the end boards here and will spring free on the blocker's side. Chipped up the boards here by the Wild, but held inside the zone by Somerville. Trying a second effort to throw it to the net. That was blocked away, and now it's Chorsky who plays it ahead for Young on the left side. Tyler Young at center. Trying to fire that in. That was blocked down. Now another effort here by Herzog. Throws it right on. Stankowski a standing save. Ethan Martini below his goal line. Trying to work this puck up the boards. The Wild onto it now. Below the goal line, coming out with that. There on the right side was Quinn Emerson. Put puck to the blue line. Tanner Main a shot, and a save made by Stankowski. 15:47 to go third period. 3-0 Wenatchee with the lead, but a great opportunity here for the Vees. Just went wide of the goal. Jackson Niedermeyer with the try.
Yeah, coming close again there as the puck just rolled past that far post. Probably about 6 inches outside of the post and wide of the net. But these all over the Wild in this third period as well. It was 28-23 shots after the two periods. So it's 6-2 so far here in the third.
Puck back inside of the Vees zone. Cilia lost it for a moment. Tried to regroup it around the on-skating forward, and Emerson, he will back out to center. Cilia working his way in across the blue line, but the puck rejected back to the neutral zone. Carson Hemingway the head on the left side for Jay O'Brien. O'Brien back into his own end here for Martini. Martini off the boards on the right side. Sillinger will play it ahead. Cilia trying to get away from the check of Maine. Down below the goal line. Bodies crashing there. Sillinger wraps the puck around on the left side. O'Brien tried to take it away. Puck loose on the right wing and now sent ahead on the left side here by Wenatchee. In across the blue line was the defender, was the AP forward there, and Owen Bond, who tried to get around Hemingway. Made a nice defensive play to work the puck away. Down to the left wing corner. Battle for the puck here as the Vees and the Wild ensue on a battle below the goal line. Hemingway forced up the puck by Morton. Up the boards on the left side. O'Brien will stop the puck's progression. Back below the goal line it goes for Hemingway. Up the right side. Waite will chip it free for Sillinger. Sillinger at the end of his shift trying to make his way inside the offensive end. Hauled down to the ice there as he tried to sidestep around a check and got his bucket knocked off as well. So Sillinger's going to have to go to the bench right away. Wild back in right wing side. Toe drag. Herzog to the net. Save Stankowski, and he holds the puck out, but fans not very happy about that as Sillinger got tied up behind the play and had his helmet knocked off. But this is a great save by Stankowski on some nice moves by Dylan Herzog.
Well, and you can hear the fans as Lucas had words for the referee. He was slow to get up. He was taken down to the ice, and then that's when the Wenatchee defenseman ripped his helmet off. He thought there should have been a penalty. Fans thought there should have been a penalty. Lost his stick, lost his helmet along the way. Actually, it was a Wenatchee player's stick, as now the linesman drops off all the equipment, takes Lucas's helmet over to him, but he had to skate towards the bench because he lost his helmet. He had some words for the referee. Referee just pointed towards the bench. Get over there or I'm going to give you a penalty.
Face-off glove side of the net of Stankowski. Vees up the boards on the right side. Niedermeyer trying to work the puck out of the zone. It's held inside the end there on the left wing by Usher. Down below the goal line now. Chorsky had that pried away. Back to the blue line. Drew Bavaro up the right wing and then down below the goal line. Kozabud battling here with Young off to the blocker side of Stankowski. Niedermeyer out through center now. It's the Vees that will start ahead. Wait with a pass on the right wing side. Malmquist working in, sent across left wing. Got a back in front. Wait to the net stop. Rebound, scores! 13:45 to go in the third period. Jackson Niedermeyer has the Vees on the board. It's a 3-1 hockey game as he buried the rebound right in front.
Well, Danny Wade came close. It looked like it popped up, maybe went off the crossbar. We'll see it there. It popped up, came back to Jackson Niedermeyer. He had the open net with the goalie down on the ice. Noah Altman after the initial save, but some good passing there. Wade comes close. Jackson Niedermeyer there to bang in the rebound. He scored 2 goals against Alberni Valley last Saturday night. Yeah, it did come off the crossbar, came right back to Niedermeyer, who pops it in. There's one. See what else they can do.
Niedermeyer's 23rd of the year, and this is a 3-1 hockey game. Kalazic through center, dumps the puck in. Altman plays it away below the goal line. Kalazic trying to force it free into the right wing corner. Now tied up there, Tyler Hohen for the puck. Ho on the left wing side trying to shred a check. Down to the corner. That puts some life into this building now. Darwin Lakaduk around the boards, right wing side. Moving with that is Martini down to the right corner below the goal line. Now it's gathered up by Martini again. He tried to center in front. Lakaduk was tied up going to the front of the net. And it's the Wild that will start ahead. Chipped ahead on the right wing side. Going in after it there is Hastings. Trying to beat McIntyre for the puck. McIntyre plays it up ahead on the left side now for Lakaduk. And the Vees trying to get out through to center. Lakaduk gets to the red stripe. He dumps the puck in. Vees go for a change. Wild starting ahead. Pass up the boards, intercepted. Chipped up there by Sillinger. Knocked down back in his own zone by Matt Dorsey. Dorsey around right wing side. Wenatchee, a pass up ahead. Wolders on the left wing. Trying to get out of his own zone. Sends it ahead through center. There for the interception is Cilia. Now O'Brien must speed down the left wing. Long shot. That was stopped. O'Brien to the puck back below the goal line. Into the right wing corner. Jay O'Brien protecting on his backhand to the high slot. Sent along to the left wing. Here's Hutchison below the goal line. Back behind the net. Hutchison spins out. Shot stopped. Rebound in front. Scramble in front of the goal. Holman Till has it. It's underneath. And they score! A mad scramble in front of Noah Altman. It looks like Lucas Sillinger has put it in. 12-11 to go in the third period. 2 quick Vees goals has made it a 1-goal game.
There you go. I think we had that feeling this could happen. We have confidence in this Penticton Vees team. Why not? We've seen it all season long as Lucas Sillinger slow to make his way off. He was down on the ice when the puck went in the net. Doesn't look like he's putting any pressure at all on that left leg right now, so we will watch out for that. But what a great effort by the Vees. There's the first shot by Hutchison, then the scramble in front, Altman down on the ice, and finally Sillinger's there. Then he tripped over the pads of Noah Altman, so that's where it comes in. We're going to see on a replay as Sillinger pokes it into the net right about there, and then he goes to skate away, and the pads come out, take Sillinger's legs out from underneath him, and he goes down to the ice hard. So we're going to hope that Lucas Sillinger can get back into this hockey game. It's been a key part of it, this resurgence for the Vees. They've been the better hockey team since probably midway in the opening period. After the Wild got the 3-0 lead, Penticton has put a lot of pressure. Noah Altman's made some big saves, but now they're starting to capitalize. We had a feeling if they pop in 1, they could get 2. They've got it, and it's now a 1-goal hockey game.
Yeah, we hope the best for Sillinger. Obviously, he went off, and it did not look good as he was not putting any weight on his leg, as that's down ice for an icing against Wenatchee. 12:05 to go third period. 2 goals for the Vees in a span of a minute, and I believe what will be 34 seconds. That has given them a 3-2 hockey game, and they're right back in this game once again is Penticton. And for Wenatchee, now you're just trying to weather the storm of the Vees, who have come on strong here over the last little bit. Started with that goal by Niedermeyer at 6:15, and then the tally coming from Sillinger on that mad scramble in front. Altman actually made a right pad save on O'Brien after that scramble, and the puck just was never covered in a massive humanity in the crease, and eventually was put over the goal line and in. So the Vees have made it a one-goal game here with just under 12 minutes to go in the third period. Still lots of time on the clock.
And out shooting him 10-3 so far in this period.
Niedermeyer trying to get after the puck up the boards on the left wing side. It was knocked down there. Gathered up by the Wild now. Bond with a play to the middle. He's intercept. Chipped up the boards on the right side by Malmquist. Just couldn't get across the blue line. Sillinger's 21st of the year. Fired back in from center here by Waite. Down below the goal line. Intercepted. Altman turned it over behind the net. And a centering pass from Malmquist just had no one in the slot. Now O'Brien in the neutral zone. Lost it. Hutchison tried to force it across. That was knocked away. Batted down there inside the zone by Holtz. Holtz going in after it against Hastings on the left side, and it's sent in deep there by Quinn Emerson. Down to the left wing corner. Waite battling with Hutchison. Puck back behind the goal and is now taken over here by Steve Holtz. Long stretch play off the stick of Waite. Back inside of Wenatchee territory. Overland across. The pass back again. Plays it ahead through center on the right wing side. Dumped in deep into the left wing corner. McIntyre up the boards. Wenatchee will hold it in. Overland back below the goal line now for O'Brien. O'Brien will flip this puck high in the air out through center. Bouncing puck that just got away from Lacaduke. Morton tried to work his way in. These were there to intercept, but an offside against Wenatchee. 10:30 to go, third period. The Vees out shooting Wenatchee 38-26 in the game, and it's now a 3-2 Wenatchee lead.
So Lacaduke came out on this line with Cilia and Jay O'Brien. So Lucas Sillinger still on the bench at this point as Lacaduke comes out to play the wing on the number one line for the Penticton Vees. So again, we will watch for the bench. I believe Lucas is still down on the bench at this point, so we might just be taking a break for a shift. Hopefully we can see him back out there before the end of this hockey game with 10:21 to go. But what a great effort for the Vees. You know, you get down 3-0. It's just a team that has so much confidence in its abilities. And that's what we love about it as we head into the playoffs Thursday and Friday on home ice against the West Kelowna Warriors. But they play with so much confidence. They get down by a goal or two. Nothing seems to rattle them too much. You don't want to do that too often, especially in the playoffs against a hot goaltender. But they battled hard, and they're now back in the hockey game.
Puck up the left wing boards. Lacaduke slipped and fell, so a chance for Wenatchee as they threw it to the net. Young deflected it wide of the goal. Big hit there as Dorsey was run over by Jay O'Brien on the left wing side. Lacaduke up ahead for Cilia. Out through center. David Cilia across the blue line, down the right side to the net. Stopped by Altman. There was a rebound there, but the Wild took it away and started the other way. Back out through center now. Wenatchee comes in on the left side. Force that puck in deep. Kozovat up the boards on the right wing. O'Brien battling here, trying to find the loose puck against Morton. Big scrum for the puck here on the right wing boards, and O'Brien will leave it to the middle now for McIntyre. Out through center now comes Ho. Tyler Ho down the right side, turning back on the right half board. Ho tried to play this in deep. Still battled for here. Just outside of just into the right wing corner as Ho still trying to dig it free. Got it back to the blue line. Martini to the net that was blocked down in front. Rebound pushed out to neutral ice, and now Martini will slap it back in on the left wing side. 9:12 to go, third period. 3-2 hockey game. Carried ahead on the left wing. In with a shot there was Chmielewski. That was blocked down below the goal line. Malmquist back behind the net. Spinning away from pressure as he starts ahead on the right wing side. Liam Malmquist with a lead feed for Drew Elzer. Elzer will get this puck in deep on Altman, who gloves it down and hangs on for the whistle. 8:54 to go, third period. The Vees have scored twice in the third, and we've got a good one. 3-2 the score. We're back after this. This is Vees Hockey right here on Easy Rock Game 800, presented by Penticton Subaru. Welcome back inside of the South Okanagan Event Center. 8:54 to go, third period. Trevor Miller here with you alongside Dale Corey. 3-2 game in favor of Wenatchee. This one's just got real interesting. Vees scoring twice in a span of a minute and 45 seconds. Jackson Niedermeyer and Lucas Sillinger getting the goals for Penticton. Face-off glove side. The Vees win the draw in the offensive zone. Holtz with a shot that went off a body into the right wing corner. Herzog off the boards, ahead at center. Going to be whacked at there by Chmielewski in the neutral zone. Holtz plays it across left wing side now for Hutchison. Pass off the boards on the right side. Chmielewski will drive this back in from center. Stankowski knocks this down. Played for Holtz. Back up the right side. Cilia lets it go for O'Brien. Touchback for Cilia. Cilia in the neutral zone. Trying to force it ahead there for Lacaduke. Big battle for the puck just inside of the blue line onto the right wing, and now the Vees get it. O'Brien right circle across left wing. Had Hutchison coming down, but he just couldn't get the pass. Hutchison left circle, waiting to the dot, back in front. Chip just wide of the goal by Cilia, who was standing in the front of the goal. Wild clear down ice, a race for it here. Beating out the icing is Luke Ormsby. Ormsby into the corner, centered up to the right point. O'Brien knocked it down there for the Vees. One arms it ahead, and he can't quite find Wade on the pass. Carried back in on the right side by Wenatchee. Here's Morton down to the corner, stopping up to the blue line. Bavaro to the slot, a shot by Dorsey, fought off by Stankowski. Dorsey left point. Usher right side, walking in. Bavaro stopped by Stankowski, and the rebound loose for O'Brien to play off the left boards and out to center. Lacaduke will pry it free to the middle of the ice. Vees making a change with 7.5 to play here in period 3. And that was into the Wenatchee bench and out of play. 7:29 to go third period, and the score remains 3-2 Wenatchee.
So Lacaduke again out on a shift there with Cilia and Jay O'Brien. 3,514 in attendance tonight. What a great crowd. Second or third largest, I believe, of the season so far for the Penticton Vees, coming out in the final night of the season, all here to see Trevor Miller host the post-game awards ceremony down at ice level.
Should have a lot of those in the year then,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Face-off blocker side. Puck sent around on the right wing side. Vees trying to gather this, working against Wolders. Back to the blue line. It comes for Somerville. Somerville tried to throw it on. That went off a body and bounced off the end boards, and quickly having to make the save with the glove. There is Altman to knock that down and make that stop. 7:17 to go third period. 3-2 the score. And boy, when this comes down to the stretch run like this, you're really looking at Altman to make those saves, because he was the only reason this game still was anything in Wenatchee's favor in the second period, and so far here in the third he's done the same.
Yeah, the Vees keep pressuring. 6:15, Jackson Niedermeyer's 23rd. Danny Waite gets his 33rd assist. Nico Somerville's 28th assist. Then at 7:49, Lucas Sillinger is 21st. Jay O'Brien is 41st assist. Connor Hutchison is 35th.
O'Brien back at the midpoint to the left wing side. Sends it down low below the goal line. David Cilia got wrapped up there, but he works out of the check. Comes out in the left circle with the puck just out of his reach. And Evan McIntyre will go back for it for the Vees. Cilia circling back in his own zone for Lucas Sillinger. Good to see Sillinger back on the ice as he ducks back into his own zone. Starts to head through center. I don't know if anybody takes more abuse in the BCHL and constantly comes back to play than Lucas Sillinger.
Well, earlier this season,
player.
He ran into the boards, almost knocked himself out, I think, then scored a goal right after it. So he's a tough one.
Drop pass for Somerville. Up the boards on the right wing side. That was rejected away. Now it's McIntyre into his own end. 6:34 to go, period number 3. And the Vees trailing 3-2. But 2 goals in this third period has made this a tight hockey game. O'Brien fighting through a couple of checks down to the right corner. He got bodied down to the ice. Wait from the goal line. Spun and fired that up and over the net. Wild try to start this the other way. Holtz knocks it down at center. Played for Waite in the neutral zone. Waite waiting for his man to come off the bench. It's Blomqvist down the left side. Left circle shot that off a stick down below the goal line. Puck up the boards. Niedermeyer holds it in. His long shot wide of the net. Comes around to the right wing. There for that is Wenatchee, and it's Tyler Young that will lift that back inside of the Vees end. Kozaba trying to knock this down. Puck down into the left wing corner. 5:50 to go, third period, and the Vees trailing by a goal. Kozaba to head left wing side for Waite. Through the middle now for Malmquist. Malmquist out through center across the blue line, driving wide on the left wing side, down to the corner, behind the net. Malmquist ridden into the end boards there by Bavaro. Shreds the check, though, gets the puck up to the right point. Ho to the middle. Kozaba a shot that was blocked. He got it back again. Plays it down to the left wing corner. Niedermeyer had that poked away, and it's Wenatchee that'll start the other way. Down the left side, Owen Bond driving wide on the left wing to the net wide of the goal on the glove side. Hastings toward the goal. Stankowski snares that, and will hang on for a whistle with 5:16 to go in period 3.
Yeah, and like you say, good to see Lucas back. I think the Vees will go into the playoffs pretty healthy. 3 of the guys that would normally be out there, you need Peretz, Jack Barnes, Tristan Amonte sitting this one out, but we expect all 3 to be in the lineup Thursday night when the Vees host Game 1 against the West Kelowna Warriors here at South Okanagan Event Center. The Vees will go in healthy, and that's a good thing. In my mind, they are the best team in the BCHL going into the playoffs. Coquitlam's had a better year, yes, but they're going to lose their top goaltender, and I think that's going to be huge against Coquitlam. But with the Vees healthy going into the playoffs, they are, in my mind, the team to beat.
Kalizik out of his own zone to center, working his way across the blind, right wing feed. A shot that's stopped by Altman, and he'll hang on and get a whistle. The Vees pumping their 40th shot on goal in this hockey game.
Take a quick look around the league right now while we get a break here. It is Alberni Valley now up 2-1 on Cowichan Valley. That's with just 10 seconds to go in the third period, so it's coming down to it. If the Capitals don't get the tying goal, a Nanaimo win tomorrow would give the Clippers first place in the Island Division. Vernon and West Kelowna battling with 19 seconds to go in the third. It is tied at 5, so they are going right down to the wire as well.
Somerville into the slot. Can't find the pass there. Now on the left wing side. Knocked down is O'Brien. Try to force that away. Left wing, it's Sillinger that plays it in deep below the goal line. Sillinger ridden off into the end boards, trying to get around the check. There is David Cilia as well, but the Wild get this up the boards and up to the blue line. Vees hold it on side, only for a moment though, as Wenatchee will play it off the left boards and back out to center. Hutchison up ahead, knocked down, gathered up by Wenatchee. Dorsey dropped it off, and it's flung back in deep by Morton. Down to the corner. Young left it along for Dorsey. Dorsey trying to come up the boards on the right wing side. The Vees trying to poke the puck ahead. 4:15 to go, third period. Young and Somerville got tied up. Hutchison starts the play up for Sillinger. His pass across will find O'Brien. Right back to the right wing for Sillinger. Working it across the blue line. Stopping up. Threw it wide. Threw it to the front of the goal and was looking for Cilia on the blocker's side. That was knocked down in front and then cleared down ice by Wenatchee. Cilia at center. Tried to poke it ahead there for Malmquist, but he got it back again nicely as Niedermeyer bumps his man at center. Holtz comes in, makes the move through the legs of the defender, but he just can't get past the second wave of defense from Wenatchee. Niedermeyer at center for Holtz. Sent to long left wing for Waite. Settles the bouncing puck and will skitter that puck in deep. Going in after it, here is Herzog. Laid it up ahead on the right wing side, and the Wild will get out to center. Before it is McIntyre that knocked it down, that will roll right back on Stankowski. Look out, a little bit of a miscommunication, trying to bank it in from below the goal line, and it's Stankowski who's able to get on that and make the save. Hastings below the goal line was causing problems there for McIntyre, and he tried to bank it in, but Stankowski stays calm, keeps in front of him, and makes the save.
Yeah, dangerous territory there for the Penticton Vees. It looked like Stankowski was going to hold on for a face-off. I was kind of glad he decided to play the puck to keep things moving at that point and try to get Wenatchee pinned deep in Vees territory, but then when the Vees defenseman couldn't play it bounced back to the crease area, and so we get a face-off deep in the Penticton zone with 3:22 to go. 40-29. Now the shots in favor of the Vees.
Battle for the puck in the left wing face-off circle. Chmielewski down below the goal line. Martini trying to hammer him up against the boards. Kalizik right wing side for Elzer. His pass intercepted. High slot shot wide of the goal. That came off the stick of Ormsby. Kalizik back around the boards on the right side. McIntyre up the boards. Elzer can't work it out. Held inside the zone by Maine. Throws it into the left wing corner. Chorsky run into on the end boards. Good play there by Martini. And now Ho's out with speed through center. Tyler Ho on the right wing side. And he'll make his way inside the blue line below the goal line. He went hard into the end boards here as he tried to battle that puck free. And now it'll be worked back the other way here by Wenatchee. Flipped high in the air down inside of the V zone. Right on Stankowski. So no icing on the play. 2:30 to go, third period, in a one-goal hockey game. It's Wenatchee that leads Penticton by a score of 3-2. Vees out through center. Hutchison back through the neutral zone on the left wing. Now it's O'Brien into the corner. Trying to battle for that puck below the goal line. Sillinger tried to knock it away. Back along left side. O'Brien trying to help it back to the blue line. A big scrum ensuing here on the left side. Puck is freed up back behind the goal. And it's the Wild that will take over and start the other way with 2:06 to go in the third period. Out through center. Dumped in deep on the left wing side by Morton. Below the goal line is Young. Try to play it back for Morton again. O'Brien comes in to clean Morton out, and the Vees will start the other way. Somerville ahead right side for Cilia. David Cilia gets out to center. Dumps the puck in deep. 1:45 to play, third period. Down below the goal line. Wrapped up the boards on the left wing side. Hutchison at the left point holding it for Penticton. Tried to throw it to the net. That was blocked as that will come back to center. Hutchison at the end of his shift tried to play it away. Penalty upcoming against the Vees. Hutchison is going to be called for tripping even though he got Looked like he got a piece of the puck before he knocked Ormsby down. But the tripping penalty will go against the Vees defender with 1.5 minutes remaining in the third period and a 3-2 Wenatchee lead.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I thought he had the puck at first, too. He dove after it. I mean, he maybe didn't make the best play at the blue line. He tried to get it towards the net. He should have just kept it inside the blue line and made sure the Vees could keep some pressure. He tried to send it towards the net. It was blocked. Then he had to race back. And, dove for it. Made a great play. Hit the puck, but the player went over the stick. And tripping is called on the play. So the Penticton Vees find themselves down by a goal and down by a man here late in the third period.
So a face-off that will come back inside the Vees zone. Hutchison off for the tripping penalty. 1.5 minutes remaining here in the third period and a 3-2 Wenatchee lead. Well, this game looked all but over, really, for the most part through the first period. Wenatchee scored 3 goals in the first frame. Second period, the Vees came back with 17 shots on goal. They just couldn't beat the goaltender, Noah Altman, before it was a good effort here in this third period. 2 goals in 1 minute 45 seconds. Jackson Edenbar and Lucas Sillinger coming up with those goals. So a face-off coming back inside of the Vees end of the ice. And a draw won by Wenatchee as they go to their first power play of the game. Chmielewski down in the corner, battled there by Holtz. Puck is in skates now, deep inside of the Vees end. They try to work it out, but Chmielewski below the goal line, still ridden into the end boards by Holtz. Somerville up the boards. Cilia up ahead for Sillinger. Trying to make a move to get around the Wenatchee defender. He will now. He's got Holtz right through the middle if he can feed him a pass, but could never get it to the middle of the ice. Stankowski to the bench. 1 minute to go here in the third period. Big hit. Lucas Sillinger hammers his man down in the right corner, but the Wild are going to get to this puck at center. Thrown toward the empty net and into the empty goal, but we might have a penalty coming before that. The whistle blew before the puck went into the empty goal. I believe Wenatchee's going to be called for a penalty here. 51 seconds to go, third period. And there is going to be a penalty coming now, as the Wild are going to go, and we're going to have 4 on 4 here, I believe, and that empty net does not count. Sillinger threw that big hit in the right wing corner, knocked a Wild defender down, and there was some arguments after that as that was Drake Usher that he just planted in the right wing corner, hit him hard, and as the play went back the other way, I think it was Usher that got caught up with a couple of Vees. Bavaro was in the penalty box, so it was Bavaro that wasn't very happy about the hit. And now 53.7 seconds is on the clock, and I believe we'll have 4 on 4 as the Wild have just taken themselves off the power play.
Yeah, we'll wait till there it is. The penalty is now up on the board, so both teams have a player in the penalty box. That changes everything now. It's so tough when you're a man short, you're 1.5 minutes left in the game, you're down by a goal, you know you're going to have to pull your goalie, and they're going to have a chance to get that empty net goal. They'll still have that with the goalie pulled right now, but at least it's 5 on 5, so the Vees get 5 on 4 skaters anyway. The Vees have the extra skater out there with Stankowski in the penalty box or in the bench, so the Vees have a chance with 53 seconds left.
5 on 4 could be even better. There's less players on the ice, so a better opportunity here. 5 on 4 for the Vees, but the goal net empty here. Sillinger right in front. He scores! The Cardiac Kids are back again. Lucas Sillinger, second of the game. It's 3-3.
Wow, what a beautiful goal for Lucas Sillinger. Waited it out, had Noah Altman down on the ice when he got the puck, came out in front, waited, put it up high, almost gave himself a concussion, I think, smashing into the glass there in front of the fans. But what a comeback for this Penticton Vees hockey team. 3 goals in the third period. It's a tie game. You know, I was thinking about 4 minutes ago, is this not eerily similar to what we saw against Alberni Valley last Saturday night? Bulldogs blocking a lot of shots, frustrating the Vees, who scored with 8 seconds left and 16 seconds in overtime. They've done it again. We've got a tie hockey game.
3-3 the score. Sillinger's second of the game, and he matches his jersey number with his 22nd of the year. Wild down the left wing side, sent back in deep below the goal line. Main hammered down there by Holtz. Up the boards on the right wing side. Kowalczyk trying to force this out. Battle for the puck now as they continue to dig for it here in the left wing corner. Morton thrown down there by Holtz. Ho onto the puck now with 18 seconds to go in the third period. Up the boards on the right wing side. Holtz down below the goal line for Ho. A 3-goal third period comeback for the Vees has tied this game at 3. 4-on-4 still remains here. Vees get the puck to center, knocked down. That will sound the buzzer, and we will be going to overtime at 3-3 in the hockey game.
Wow.
Well, you couldn't ask for a more compelling one than this.
They're going to delay you a little bit from doing your MC job down there. What a great, 2 periods for the Penticton Vees. Get down 3-0 after 1. Not out of the game, and we knew they weren't out of the game. They just needed to get something going finally in the third period, still down 3-0. They got it going. Goals by Jackson Niedermeyer and Lucas Sillinger got them into it. Sillinger gets the tying goal late in the period here, and we take a look at some of those highlights. It all happened in the third period. Niedermeyer got the big goal there as Waite's shot went off the goalpost, or the crossbar bounced back, and that allowed Niedermeyer to get a stick on it to get the goal, and that made it a 3-1 game. And then a scramble in front. Lucas Sillinger scores the goal, trips over the goalie pads, knocked down to the ice heavily, missed a couple of shifts. Lacadoux came out for him on that line with Cilia and O'Brien, but he got the goal to make it a 3-2 game. And then he gets the goal late in this third period. Sillinger takes the puck from the corner, comes out in front, waits for Altman to go down to the ice, puts it over top of him, and it's a 3-3 game. We're headed to overtime. 31 seconds left in the Vees minor penalty, 1:07 in the Wenatchee penalty. So what a turn of events here in the third period. It looked at one point the Vees were down by a man. They're killing off a penalty. Had to pull the goalie. The Wenatchee Wild got control of the puck and put it into the empty net, but once they touched up, the penalty call was made against the Wild. That evened things out. It gave the Vees a 5-on-4 skaters and a face-off deep in Wenatchee territory. They capitalized, and we're heading to overtime.
So 3-3 the score.
Vees really outshot the Wild in that third period, 13-6, so 30-18 over the final 2 periods, 41-29 through 3 periods of hockey. And we've seen a lot of overtime in this building the last couple of weeks. We saw it last Saturday against Alberni Valley. They scored 16 seconds in. And we're going to see overtime again in the final game of the regular season.
These are 7-1-1 in overtime this year. 4-3-1 are Wenatchee when it comes to the extra frame. These two teams will play 3-on-3. The Vees will get a 4-on-3 power play in 31 seconds when Connor Hutchison exits the penalty box, and they'll have that power play for, just over 30 seconds. We're underway in the extra frame. David Cilia, Lucas Sillinger, Jay O'Brien for the Vees, Dylan Herzog, Matt Dorsey, Sam Morton for Wenatchee. Sillinger out of his own zone. He's got 2 goals already in the game. Sends it up the left wing side. Cilia with a burst of speed through center. Down the right wing, the captain in tight to the net. Backhander on. And Altman holds it out to make the save. Cilia trying to end things early. He wants the awards to get going, and he went right down the right side. Altman a great save, and that keeps the game at 3-3 and keeps it going.
Well, how about Fred Harbinson going with his full forward line out there? A lot of times you'll play 2 forwards and a defenseman when it's 3-on-3, but he goes with his entire forward line. A lot of times Cilia drops back to defense, or O'Brien as well. So top line for the Vees out there to try to win it with a face-off in the offensive zone.
Well, knowing you get Connor Hutchison out of the penalty box in 9 seconds, I think played a factor in that as well. Brett Chorsky against David Cilia on the face-off. It's the Wild that win the draw. Chipped at the boards on the left wing side by Luke Ormsby. Good job by O'Brien, who knocked it down, but then chipped up ahead. Here's a chance for Wenatchee. Ormsby in left side. Save Stankowski. Carl Stankowski keeps the game alive with a big stop on Luke Ormsby down the left side. 4:25 to go in overtime, and the Vees are now on a 33-second power play.
Well, 2 Wenatchee Wild players come in. They tried to fire it to the far side. The goaltender, Carl Stankowski, got the pad out, made the save. Looked like we're getting a timeout called now by Wenatchee here in this overtime with 33 seconds still left in the penalty to the Wild. So the Vees are going on the power play now in overtime. A bit of a mix-up there. The Vees did get control of the puck in the center ice area, but an errant pass went right onto the stick of a Wenatchee player, and that allowed the Wild to come in 2-0, but Carl Stankowski saves the day for Penticton.
This is the second time the Vees and the Wild have had overtime. The last time they did was back in November. Tyler Ho scored a goal with only 15 seconds left in that overtime period. So these two teams have known overtime against one another this year, and they've done some pretty dramatic ones. That was a great goaltending battle between Carl Stankowski and Daniel Chenard on that night. It's Stankowski and Noah Altman that have had a really good battle here so far tonight. The Vees 4 skaters out to the Wild's 3. Face-off back inside of the Vees zone. No more timeouts left for either team, so this face-off will come back inside of the Penticton zone. The Vees win the draw, and they're on the power play here in overtime, trying to wrap up win 44 to conclude the regular season. Sillinger plays this back to the neutral zone. David Cilia around a check. Cuts in across the blue line on the right wing side. Cilia right wing half-board. Back up top for Sillinger. Sillinger down the wall into the right wing corner, up to the right point. Holtz left side. O'Brien corrals back across. Holtz down low. Cilia across Sillinger. Oh my goodness, what a stop by Noah Altman. And it keeps the game alive. Sillinger looked like he had the game on his stick for the hat trick. Wow. And Altman came across and robbed him.
That was unbelievable. The Vees had such great passing. You see Jay O'Brien look down to the ice. Sillinger whacks his stick against the goalpost. He came so close, but Noah Altman flashing that glove again. He's done that many times in this hockey game, and the Vees came very close to ending it there.
Great chance for Penticton. Still in the power play for another 2 seconds, and then we'll play 4-on-4. So Vees have to be wary of that man coming out of the penalty box. Holtz right in front, bounces to the front of that. Backhand shot wide by O'Brien on a crazy carom in front. O'Brien in the corner with it now. Sends the puck back to the midpoint for Hutchison. Hutchison on the right wing side makes a move into the right circle to the net. Stopped by Altman, and he'll hang on for a whistle. So we'll go back to 3-on-3, and a crazy scramble in front of the net almost ended the game. 3:38 to go here in the overtime, and what a chaotic extra frame we've had so far.
What a hockey game. I mean, is this not entertainment value at its utmost? Junior hockey at its best. Wenatchee with 3 in the first, the Vees with 3 in the third, and late in the third to tie it. And in overtime, a couple of great opportunities, and Noah Altman has been amazing in net for the Wenatchee Wild. He has saved the day.
Vees win the draw, back to 3-on-3. Hutchison on the left wing side, down to the circle, sends it in front. Jackson Niedermeyer corrals it for the Vees, up to the slot. Niedermeyer still with it, back to the right point now as he drives wide, dropping it off for Danny Waite. Waite inside the blue line, keeps the puck in his possession, walks to the slot, down for Niedermeyer, left circle, try to play it back across, intercepted, and Dylan Herzog brings the puck the other way. Pass slid just ahead of the on-skating forward and Brett Chorsky, so it's Connor Hutchison. Back forward for Penticton. Down the left side. Hutchison to move around a man. He's in alone. Hutchison to the forehand. Stopped by Altman once again. Niedermeyer right side for Hutchison. High slot. Makes a move. He can't get around his man. And that's sent back ahead to center where it's corralled by Waite. Danny Waite back in left side. He's got O'Brien with him. Late left circle. O'Brien right side. Scores! What a way to cap off the regular season. A 3-goal third period comeback. Jay O'Brien's your overtime hero, and the Vees beat the Wild 4-3.
Jay O'Brien slapping that stick. Danny Waite saw him, fed it across between the defensemen over to Jay O'Brien, who had the wide open net. Noah Altman made so many great saves. Look at some of those Wenatchee players hanging their head. They played a great game tonight, but the Vees were just that much better. These guys just do not say die. They never give up. 3 in the third, and then 2:17 into overtime. They get the winner, and they finish off the regular season in front of a big crowd tonight at the South Okanagan Event Center with 4 unanswered goals through the third period and into overtime to win the hockey game, and they are celebrating down there tonight.
So they should. That's a mammoth comeback against the team that you know is fighting for every little point they can get, in the Vees find the back of the net in overtime. Jay O'Brien, the overtime winner, and Penticton has defeated Wenatchee. Final score 4-3 in the overtime session